You are now entering the horror section.
Hello and welcome back to the Horror Sanctum podcast. I'm Jay with John, Kellen, and TJ, and we are also joined today by our pal, Lena Delphier. Lena, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So happy to be here.
Of course. I think if I remember correctly, we were messaging and I said something about this movie, or you asked about this movie that we're going to talk about, and I was like, you got to watch it. It was a lot of
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
Uh, this week, it's still a new movie, so spoilers as always. We're going to be talking about it came out this year, right? 2024's Destroy All Neighbors, starring Jonah Hill, Rodriguez, Alex Winter, which is a struggling rock musician finds himself in a living nightmare when he accidentally kills the neighbor from hell.
So yeah, I think we all talked about this movie a little while back. We kind of watched it around the same time when it dropped. It was on Shudder, right? This was a Shudder film. And yeah, I have always had mixed feelings about Shudder films. Some of them are really awesome, some of them are just like really terrible. But this one I really did. I enjoyed it first watch. Watched it twice. The first time I saw it, the vibes that I got were it was kind of like if you took Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and then you mix it with like The Vagrant a little bit, Bill Paxton movie, and then you throw in a little bit of Evil Dead.
You just had to get the Vagrant in there, didn't you?
Oh, well, it is. It's kind of. It's not exactly The Vagrant. The Vagrant is a little bit different, but it's really the movie is really all about Alex Winter, right? Vlad, the character, he's the one that makes it. Like I love that scene when he's like hanging out with Emily and the cops come over and he's like you had to call the cops like a little bitch. There's just his whole character is hilarious. Like he's like goading him into fighting him, and then it's like he wants to die almost. Like he wants someone to kill him. Like that's almost the vibe that I get when I first meet the character. Um, the main guy Jonah Ray, I think is his name. He was in Mrs. Shrunks Theater. I don't
He's
really.
added Rodriguez to his name now.
Okay.
He's also in Satanic Hispanics, which if you've kept up with us, we just interviewed Mike Mendez, I guess about a month ago when this episode comes out, who did the wraparound story.
Yeah, Jonah Ray, I don't know. I mean, he's not bad. I just don't like him as it's not my cup of tea. He's kind of just like one of those like I don't know. He's got that like dorky, I don't know, assuming personality. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of it. It's not that he's a bad actor. I just those kind of actors just kind of annoy me usually when they come around. That being said, I mean, he did a good job in the movie. The mom from Karate Kid is in the movie. She's the landlord. She's kind of got a funny part. Of course, like I said, Alex Winter, it's his movie, right? He is like the best part of it because he's playing the Vlad character. He's playing a lawyer in the movie. And the Vlad character is very reminiscent of like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Because like those characters he plays in that movie, it's very much like that crazy vibe. And of course he was in Freaks. He's been in a lot of stuff, but he's definitely got like this knack for just jumping into because like I feel like him as himself is good, but when he's got a mask on or something just comes out of him. Like he's so much more comfortable and just jumps into things. So I really like when he's in these type of films, and I hope he does more of this just because, it's he doesn't do enough films really. He was in the Lost Boys, he was in Bill and Ted. But he's one of these guys that just kind of he doesn't do enough things. So I really hope this is like a resurgence for him in a way. Yeah, it's interesting. The prog rock thing's hilarious. I'm not really I don't mind Rush. Rush is cool, but like it's hilarious when people are like really into Rush and like, these type of bands. I just think that's such a funny. It's almost prog rock. To me, it's almost like enjoying jazz or classical. It's just so unique that you're like, oh, you're that guy, like when you're into it. So it's kind of funny that they made a whole shtick about it and, him being sort of dorky and into it. But, the story itself, it's a lot of fun. It's goofy, it's wild. It's not really something that And Kellen and I talked about this earlier. I don't think it's really something that you can rewatch a ton, just because once you kind of know where it's going, it's one of those movies you gotta have to space out. So you don't want to like watch it and then watch it again like 2 months later. This is one of those movies where you watch it, then you go away for like maybe a few years, you come back, and it's fun, right? So you just gotta give it time to breathe. Um, but yeah, overall, I did enjoy the movie. It had its imperfections. I didn't like the Emily character, the girlfriend. I can't stand those. Not her as an actress. It's just when people write those characters in movies, I get why they're there. They're the obstacle. They're kind of the normal part of the protagonist's life. But I don't know. It's just her character was so annoying. Like at all the wrong times, she was always mad at him, and I was just like, oh my god, like they're doing this whole thing again. So that was my only real gripe of the movie was just like that character. And I think the ending is just so insane. There was no great way to pay it off, right? I mean, they build to this ending and all these things are happening and he's got to finish his album. So there's no real way to logically pay it off. But I didn't feel like the ending totally stuck. But overall, I did like it. I thought it was good. Like I said, just some minor complaints. I'm curious if anyone hated it. Hopefully not.
We shall see. Speaking of like not everybody getting prog rock, I wonder if like that's the kind of music they chose because not everybody will get this movie. Y'all know what I mean? Like this is definitely my wheelhouse. Horror comedy, splatterpunk, whatever you want to call it, is definitely my cup of tea. So number one, the opening credits and everything was so trippy. Like I was already sucked in. Like when Jay told me to watch this, I was like, hell yeah, this is my kind of movie. I love it. And to give my own like comparison of what it reminded me of, Burn After Reading meets like Cabin in the Woods is kind of like the vibe that I get, because you get this like the music they put in there gives you so much, a little bit of dread and doom, but then it's just something hilarious like Vlad moving next door. But it's very smart humor to me. So I watched it twice. I watched it the other day to kind of refresh myself on the movie, and there were some things that I missed the first time around, like in the beginning when his neighbor is moving out because he sold, what was it, like an alien erotica movie or something? or maybe I'm dreaming that up. And then William asked him, he's like, how'd you do it, man? And he's like, lots of hard work and my trust fund, my dad's trust fund, but a lot of hard work. Like that got me. But this was my husband's first time watching it, and he doesn't get it. So and like I said earlier, you guys, he doesn't like prog rock, so of course he's not gonna get it. Okay, so I liked most of the characters, I would say. William was a little like self-absorbed, because Emily kept asking for the printer paper. I love gags like that keep popping up throughout the movie, and then finally she comes back to get the printer paper and he's like the dead bodies or whatever are around him. So I love all that. I loved Eleanor. I loved her almost like Return of the Living Dead character toward the end. Like I thought that was amazing. The pig that lived in the apartment building for some strange reason. Augie was hilarious. He would see, I think I said Cabin in the Woods because he kind of reminded me of Malachi from Cabin in the Woods, kind of like a prophet of sorts, but he just wants a croissant. So whatever. And then the guy Swig that was on the bass lesson thing on the iPhone, that was hilarious. When he was, telling him how to get rid of a dead body, and the practical effects when he's cutting up Vlad and it's just like blood splattering all over him, like amazing. I just like, I don't know, you guys, like I didn't laugh at everything, but on the inside, I was just like, this is wonderful. And I think, Jay, I think you and I said this, like there were some parts that were a little long. I mean, this movie is only an hour and 25 minutes. it felt longer to me because there's some parts like when he's laying on the floor with Vlad's decapitated head and dead Augie, like, and they're just talking and jabbering or whatever. Like, I didn't need all that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can fast forward through this and still enjoy the movie.
Yeah, it was the only thing the only comedy movie I can think of that I've experienced that same feeling was Bridesmaids, where I feel like all the jokes were just like 18 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that for Bridesmaids, but that's just how I felt. This is the same way. Like it was like $1.28, but it did feel like it was a 2-hour movie for some reason.
Yes. Yeah. It's like, wrap it up. Like, we get it. I loved Caleb Bang Jansen, the guy in the recording studio. Hilarious. Their banter was awesome. And someone like him, like, you didn't see him often through the movie, like, but when he was there, it was hilarious. And of course the dueling fuck yous between William and the security guard. Is it Kumail?
Kumail, yeah, that was my
Kumail?
favorite part of the entire movie. Like
chef's
the
kiss.
only-
Like,
I would watch them just go back and forth at one another because they're friends. They have a comedy special
Oh!
on Comedy Central called The Meltdown with Jonah and Kumail. So they
Amazing.
know each other well, and I guarantee that whole scene was all improvised. Like
That's why it worked. That's why it worked so well. Selling the tape for $400.
That dude's a great actor too, from The Big Sick.
Yeah, he's great.
And what was the TV show? Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley. Yeah, and I was worried. This is like completely off the rails, but when TJ Miller was asked to leave or got fired, whatever, I was so concerned about how the show would still be as funny. And they just, him and Martin Starr carried it the rest of the way.
So good. If no one's seen that, you need to.
He was in Franklin and Bash too. He was like their assistant.
So amazing.
With Zach Morris as an attorney.
Franklin and Bash. What a reference. I remember that.
That show was great. Underappreciated show. Also, Zach Morris turned 50 today, so fuck all of us, right?
Shut up. I'm not well. Yes. So also the whole band, I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, the whole band sequence with the torso playing drums with the entrails. Sorry, that's my dog Finn, if anyone hears him.
Bupper.
Say hello. Get off me. But yeah, I mean, some of this movie was off the rails, but in a good way for me. So I really enjoyed it. Of course, my husband Ben was like, "What the frick is this?" And I'm like, "This is art. That's what I call it."
You're not alone in that. I bet no one else's significant other would have liked this movie.
Okay.
I'll tell a Lindsay story when it's
Oh, good. I knew he wasn't gonna be super into this, but I was like, maybe, just maybe, we'll see. And something else I missed the first view around, and it's funny because when I watched it the first time and the pictures knocked off the wall when William and Vlad were having their little altercation. And his photo falls off the wall, and Vlad was like, "Oh, why would you do that?" And then William's picture falls off the wall. It says, was it Big Bear or Big Lake? And then that's the story that she told in the end, the 25-minute long story or whatever it was. So I liked that connection. I love little things like that. And then, speaking of the fight between William and Vlad, it was just so good. John, you mentioned it. With the EDM playing, like, it's just so good. He's push me against the wall. And William doesn't want to, obviously. And then the whole impalement and then the decapitation. And I did want to bring this up. So when William is disposing of or trying to dispose of the bodies at the lake, for some reason, I thought it was going to take a turn and make us think that William was kind of like a Dexter character. Like, he seemed innocent, but he's actually a serial killer. And that didn't happen. But I don't know if any of y'all got that vibe at all, because William seemed to know, like, he felt real good about what he was doing and was confident in it. And then obviously, like, the kills throughout the movie were just accidents. So that didn't come to fruition. But I'm with John in that the ending I wasn't like jumping up and down about like a payoff or anything. It was just like, oh, he's in jail. I would like him to be out of jail. And maybe there'll be a sequel. Who knows? I'm not gonna hold my breath. But overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I like horror comedies. It's one of my favorite things. It's also one of the hardest things to do well because it's like such a tightrope to walk between holding the two together. And I thought this film balanced it pretty good in Act One and Act Two. I thought it kind of went off the rails and exploded a little bit in Act Three, where it just it just ramps up after seemingly like lulling for a little bit. It just ramps up to like this insane, I have to make my prog rock record now in 25 minutes while my ex-girlfriend who's left me because I'm killing dudes you know, tells this long ass story to distract the cops. I mean, and then Vlad, who was seemingly in his weird death. I mean, we don't even. I was still left with the sense that like I wasn't 100% sure, and I watched this twice. Now I watched it when it first came out, and I watched it yesterday, and both times I wasn't 100% sure if that was just Jonah's character hallucinating that this stuff was happening with the dead people, and he was just playing their parts and talking to himself, because there are multiple parts where it seemed like he was talking to a dead character, but there was a witness that just felt like he was talking to himself and didn't hear anything, which made me think they were going to go, he's just hallucinating, he's going crazy, and he is just a weird serial killer now. But then they didn't like really sell that at the end. At the end, I don't really know. Did it really happen? Was this mysterious supernatural thing happening to him where he's like the weird, middle-aged Hispanic Haley Joel Osment, where he's seeing dead people that are just tormenting him for some reason? They don't really, ever tell you 100%, but it seems like the action of the film couldn't have happened if it wasn't real. So I was kind of just confused by all of that. And then all of a sudden for Vlad to like turn into like some weird uh Middle European Satan at the end of anti-prog rock or EDM, whatever he was. Uh I think, I mean, this is like John said, this is the Alex Winter movie. This is all about Alex Winter in costume playing that crazy ass character, and it is pure comedy gold. Everything where, and I like Jonah. I mean, Jonah, I think I think this is one of the cruxes of the issue. Jonah is a great sidekick character. I don't know that he's strong enough to even playing the nerd, which he is, to carry a whole film. And I think that's why this movie feels lopsided whenever Vlad's not in the scenes. When Vlad's in the scenes, Vlad is the scene. But when it's just on Jonah, it's just kind of, okay, let's get to the next fun, weird bit of comedy, calamity, slapstick, or whatever. I like that Alex Winter got to have a little cameo as the lawyer and be out of makeup just to be like, "Hey guys, I'm still here. I'm a real person sometimes too." That was fun. But yeah, I also didn't like the girlfriend character because she was just so two-dimensional, maybe even one-dimensional. Uh, there were some good things, like Lena was talking about, in the writing. Like they used the law of threes a lot, that I like to use in comedy, where it was the third time that she comes to try and get the paper. That was the third callback to the copy paper, when she finally comes and then ends up calling the cops on her boyfriend because there's dead people all around that he's obviously cut up and has done some not great stuff to. So yeah, I feel like the first 2/3 of this movie is really fun and is higher than, I don't think it quite sticks the landing. But I do end up liking the main characters. I would entertain watching a sequel. I don't think the way they end it that they'll ever make a sequel. It would be kind of weird. Like, how do you get that guy out of prison? And what's that next movie? Or is it like a road movie where he's just with his dead, cut up parts of his weird group of friends that he's murdered? I don't know. I like the universe of it. It did have that weird thing that Lena and Jay, I think, talked about, where it felt like 2 hours, even though it wasn't quite 90 minutes. And that's a problem with the writing, problem with characters. There was a lull there right before they just ramped up the crazy too much. And probably I will have to say I'm not a big prog rock fan. Both of my next door neighbors, Rush is their favorite band. And they always want to talk to me about Rush, like 2112 being the greatest.
Are they members of the
thing.
band Rush? Do you live beside the members of the band Rush?
Well, they are both professional musicians, and they would like. I think they were in a Rush cover band together at one point in time. So they
Get
love
Getty's
Rush.
autograph for me, please.
They love Rush. I mean, that was before my era. It's not really my thing. I can appreciate it over there somewhere and appreciate it for what it is, but I'm not a prog rock guy by any stretch of the imagination. So I feel like they went hard in the wool on the prog rock thing. Like, the whole third act's about making this epic prog rock record. The whole first 3 minutes is just prog rock, the whole opening sequence, and a lot in the middle is just trying to make prog rock. So I'm like, if you don't like prog rock, which I don't, it definitely puts a few notches down on how you experience this movie, especially rewatchability, because after you know everything's going to happen, really you just want to rewatch this for the Vlad scenes, because that's pretty much the reason to watch this movie. But that's enough about what I got to say. Kellen, how bad are you going to shit on this movie?
There's a lot of prog rock hate going on right now that I can't stand for, because there's so many great prog rock bands. You've mentioned Rush, Jethro Tull, Genesis, Pink Floyd, King Crimson. Dream Theater was a newer band. The Mars Volta, if y'all remember them.
Close your eyes and name the rest
Kansas. Of them. Alan Parsons Project. Eat a Dick, Jay. That was a really good one.
That was a good one. Can I say that Jethro Tull was my first concert ever?
I've seen Jethro Tull live too at River Stages in Nashville. And Ian still did the one-legged flute playing, and it was fantastic.
You got to.
But listening to what everybody said, I agree with a lot of it. I think the girlfriend comes across as naggy or whiny because they don't develop their relationship at all. You're just expected to understand that he's kind of a waif, that he's been dragging his feet probably in their relationship as much as he's been dragging trying to make an album. Prog rock album. She's obviously probably, if you're trying to develop the characters yourself, she's probably been super supportive of him as he, kind of bounces around, not really having any motivation to do much else other than work on his album that he's never going to finish. So they don't do the characters justice by developing them in a way where you actually care for them at all. Also, the build up to him killing his neighbor was super quick. I feel like that they could have played more on that, especially with how good that character was by Alex Winter. Vlad was just such an insane character. The makeup, the voice, the way he portrayed it was so good. I think they could have developed it more before killing him, to where and that would have brought more horror to it. I don't feel that like this is so much of a horror movie, because it's not super scary. There's elements of that in the beginning when Vlad first appears that I feel like they could have done more with. I feel like the movie focused too much on the middle and not enough on the front and back end. Now, all as I'm saying, I absolutely enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a fun ride. The gags that were in it are right up my alley. Slapstick humor gets me every time. But they spent too much. I think they spent too much wanting it to be ambiguous in the middle, and that goes to what y'all were saying about, like TJ said, that I thought this was going to be in his head too. I thought this was going to be he's his girlfriend's left and he's snapped. He has a mental break, and this is all in his head. He's talking to disembodied head. The guy that is his prog rock mentor that he's watching the videos on, it ends up being the homeless guy that he kills with his van. I felt like, okay, this is all gonna at the end be in his head, and then no, he goes to prison for murder because he killed 3 people, legit killed 3 people. So I feel like if they would have focused less on trying to do the special effects of the disembodied head talking to him the whole time and spent more time developing Vlad as like an evil neighbor that was tormenting him and not just somebody that's playing their music too loud and he accidentally kills him. I think if it would have been more of him finally snapping and just going over there and just hacking him to death, the guy bullying him to the point where he does break and it's not just an accidental thing, I think that would have been better. And that makeup, I didn't even recognize that it was Alex Winter until it was pointed out in the group chat. I had no clue at any point in time when I watched that movie. The way I remember it happening, Jay watched it and then said in the group chat, just watch this movie, y'all need to watch it. And I think we all kind of within the next 24 hours watched the movie. So yeah, we did kind of all watch it at the same time. And then it wasn't until later on in the group chat when somebody was like, and Alex Winter did such, I was like, I'm sorry, who did what now? When was he in the movie? Like, I have to watch this again. He was y'all have all said it. It was the Alex Winter movie. He was fantastic. Prog rock was the most random genre of music they could have picked for him to be obsessed with. It's not one of those genres that people necessarily know that they like music from because it's such a varying genre. It's not like hard rock where you kind of understand what you're listening to, or bluegrass where when you hear it you're listening to it. Most people, you don't even realize you're listening to prog rock. And then somebody's like, oh, that's prog rock, and that's the person who's like, actually, you immediately want to slap when you meet. The movie reminds me of Dave Made a Maze, another great movie that Jay made me watch. In the practical effects, in the pacing, and the way it was done. I think Dave Made a Maze is a better movie. It also reminded me of one of my favorite obscure Ryan Reynolds films, Voices, which if you haven't seen Voices, that movie is fantastic. And
that
it's
was
a great
the exact thing that I was thinking. It reminded me a lot of that.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking when I was like, it's all in his head. I was thinking of the movie Voices, like this is all in his head. And that's such a fantastic movie that didn't get enough love when it came out. I think it was one of those just direct to DVD, Blu-ray kind of films. But I mean, great cast, Ryan Reynolds, Anna Kendrick, just a phenomenal story and a really good look at mental health. So if you get a chance to watch Voices, absolutely watch that. This movie is, like a lot of movies like it, a Murphy's Law film. This is one of those, anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and that's what happens to him in this movie. It's like a snowball effect. Like once Vlad's dead, then he commits to cutting him up, then the landlady bites it, then he kills his musical idol / the homeless man that was bothering him for food. Then he kills the neighbor with the pig. It was just like it just kept snowballing. It like this unassuming guy could not stop murdering people. It was like I'm fairly certain if the movie had been 20 minutes longer, he would have walked into the street and somebody would have wrecked their car into a light post trying to avoid him and launched through the window and been decapitated as well. And he'd had another severed head to talk to. Me and John talked about this earlier. The problem is this is such a forgettable movie. it's so fun to watch, but 5 years from now, I'm not going to remember that I've watched this movie. And the reason I know that is because 3 times now in the group chat, this movie has been brought up and I have either said, oh, I need to watch that, or, oh, what movie is that? And I had watched it. I had already watched the movie, and 3 separate times. I was like, Destroy All Neighbors, what's that about? So, and that's not, I'm not trying to say anything against the movie. It's a fun movie. It's worth the hour and 28 minutes to watch. It's fun, if not for anything else other than to watch Alex Winter be a genius in that role, and Kumail Nanjiani be hysterical as always. He's everything I've seen him in. He's always delightful. He's just a naturally funny guy. Like most of the time, any line he delivers, you want to laugh, even if it's like, "Hey, I killed your grandmother." You'd be like, "Kumail." It's just the way he is, and I've always enjoyed everything I've seen him in. So, yeah, I think it's a fun movie. I think it's worth the watch, and I appreciate Jay pointing it out because it's not a movie that would have ever been on my radar or that I'd ever seen. So, Jay, bring it home.
Well, first of all, you're welcome. Second of all, I don't know how no one knew it was Alex Winter. I knew going in when I saw the photo, it's him. Mainly because Freaked. Like I remember Freaked and how he looked in there. I'm like, that's totally him. And I think you and TJ both were like, "That was Alex Winter." I'm like, what?
I didn't know
where did
either.
you think he was? Where
I
did you guys
didn't
think he was?
He
He's
was
on
the
poster.
lawyer.
I was like, what?
That was funny to me. I thought it reminded me a lot of Pick of Destiny. So I'm like, Pick of Destiny and The Grudge had a baby, something like that. My biggest issue was, like we said earlier, was how long things took. While I loved every second of the fight scene, I thought it was a little too long. The ending with him making the music was a little too long for me. TJ, you thought? I think it was all it was all in his head. Like,
But how could it have all been in his head and he got like arrested for 3
I don't
murders?
think it was,
the murder
I don't
was
think it was
real.
all- I don't think it was all in his head, any of it.
So I think the murder.
I don't think he could have made the record
talking,
without all the dead people helping him.
I don't know. I came out both times watching it thinking, okay, he really did kill these people, but now they're kind of haunting him, and he's using it to his advantage. I don't know. That's what I thought.
It's ambiguous. It could be that way.
I don't recall. It's been a while since I've watched it again, but I don't recall if anybody ever addresses any of the other characters, or if they're even around. Like, that's the big key. Like when you're watching a horror movie, you're like, no one's talking to that person except that one guy. That's a ghost. I don't recall anybody really interacting with them besides him, but I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I knew about it because I've followed Jonah Ray since his Nerdist days, or him and Hardwick and another guy who always wore a Red Sox hat. That's all I remember about him. They had a podcast.
R.I.P. I missed the Nerdist podcast so much.
Well, they screwed up when they got rid of Hardwick before facts came to light. But
they didn't get rid of him. He had already kind of left. What they did was they took his name off as founder when all that stuff happened, and then they never apologized. And just like Jay, I have not forgiven Nerdist since, and I have not
I unfollowed them.
Commented on any post they have ever made since that point. They can all eat a bag of crotches.
Yep, I unfollowed them, and I know they knew I unfollowed them. I made an impact by doing that. But
just say, hey, we made a mistake, Chris. We're sorry.
Yeah,
we jumped the gun.
They didn't know what we're talking about.
Chris is the worst human being ever. Then it wasn't true, and they were like, "So anyway, have you seen this movie yet?"
Yeah, I hated that so much. This movie reminded me a lot of Freaked too. I know John's seen Freaked. Has anybody else seen?
Yeah,
Freaked?
I used to have the DVD of Freaked.
So I'm going to pivot from that to what Kellen said about forgetting this movie. First of all, you forget it because you have ADD and ADHD. Okay, let's be honest.
You got them both. You got all the ADs.
Wow.
But we all do, and that's fine.
I was born in the 80s with all the 80s.
In my comparison to Freaked, I have never forgotten that movie since the day I watched it on HBO on a Saturday night when it debuted. That movie has lived rent free up here. I own a copy on Blu-ray. I got Bobcat Goldthwait to sign it. So took me forever to find that movie on Blu-ray. But it's always stuck with me. This is the same. This is a movie that I'm going to remember 10 years from now. I'm like, what was that movie with the Russian head flying around? Oh, Destroy All Neighbors. The only reason you might forget it, in my opinion, is just the name.
They should have called this Vlad's Revenge.
Something. But it also, when you say Destroy All Neighbors, I think of Destroy All Humans, the video game. That's the first place my mind goes. So I still think the best part was the Kumail and Hims back and forth, which I've already interrupted earlier and talked about. They have a long history. You can go watch the Meltdown shows. They did it in the back of a comic book store. So it was a little comedy venue on the back end of a comic book store. And it's hilarious. And they have, guests and other comedians come on. But anyways, that was probably my favorite part, just because I know they were just ad-libbed and I know their history, and I just giggled the whole time. Surprisingly, especially from Kellen, this hasn't been mentioned. I thought the one who stole the show was Thomas Lennon. Every scene he was in cracked me up because he would
Who was
say
he?
he was
He
the
was the
record,
producer.
the
He's
producer,
the guy from Reno
Oh
911.
yeah, Reno
Dangle
911 guy.
from
Yeah, yeah.
But like we're gonna make like what winning awards. That's what rock and roll is all about. Like he just everything like destroying hotel rooms. That's not what rock and roll is about. Like just those little things just sprinkled into that movie made this one so much more enjoyable. I think TJ, you said you started to like Jonah Ray's character towards the end. I had the opposite effect. I enjoyed him, and the more I got to know him, and he's just so narcissistic and doesn't realize it, then that's just kind of what lost me for him. Um, I don't know if he's a leading man. I would like to think so. Like I like him. I would watch a sequel. I don't think they'll do it either. But
I just think he couldn't go toe to toe in any scene where Alex Winter was doing that.
oh no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I think he's a buddy actor. I think he
Yeah,
needs somebody to play off
He's
of
a
and
number
could be
two.
played
He's
off
a
of.
strong number two.
I would have kind of liked if I don't know how they would have done it, but if Thomas Lennon could have been the lead, that would have been. I think he deserves. He's like really funny to deserve a lead.
Yeah, that would have been fun. I don't know. It just that third act just kind of raised the stakes a little too high. That's probably my biggest knock besides the long jokes, but the whole final scene just felt a little much to me. The band and then the thing
Forced
coming,
and rushed.
yeah, and then rush, and then all the bodies coming together to make a what's the Power Rangers thing called?
Oh yeah.
Megazord.
Megazord.
Yes,
Like that
yes.
was strange to me. Like when it happened, I'm like, oh, that's neat. But when you take a step back and look at it, I'm like, yeah, that was kind of weird, you know. I don't know. The girlfriend was annoying, but again, and Kellen hit the nail on the head on that one. It was because they didn't develop her or their relationship. So we don't like her from the jump because we're supposed to, you know, we feel like we're automatically supposed to like Jonah's character more. And she's going to, did you forget paper? Yes, you know, but obviously there's a history there of him doing that and her kind of getting tired of it. She probably was very supportive in the beginning, like TJ said. And then she's like, all right, I'm over it. Like something's got to change. So I don't know. I think that's all I have. So we'll go around, give our ratings, and then we'll close up shop. I don't remember what I gave it the first time around, and I'm not going to look it up, but I gave it a 4 this time, which may be high compared to everybody else. I probably gave it more. I think I gave it a 5 on Instagram, and then I tagged Jonah Ray, and he liked it. So I'm like, I knew he was going to see that. So I'm like, it was a 5, man. Come on the show, okay? But I think my honest answer would be a 4 because I enjoyed it. Like I said, Freaked is one of my favorite, most obscure movies out there, and it reminded me so much of that. And you know, with me doing my movie reviews I do all the time, I watch a lot of dark shit, and sometimes I need movies like this to keep a gun out of my mouth. You know, like this whole week I was just kind of like, I don't want to watch. I've watched like all 80s movies because I don't want any dark because I've been watching Oz, and Kellen and John know. My allergies were acting up when I was watching Oz today. But anyways, I gave it a 4. It was a lot of fun. I'd watch it again. I shared it with everyone on this screen, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. What about you, John?
Yeah, so you guys were talking about Alex Winter not knowing he was in it. I didn't know. I think you had shared it, and I looked up the movie, Jay, and I knew he was in it before I watched it, but there's something about his performances when he's in like makeup, because like in Bogus Journey when he's the granny and here and Freak, there's a specific energy to them that's very like chaotic, to where when you see it, you're like, oh, that's Alex Winter. You just like know. But I could also understand like maybe if you just went in cold, there's no way you know who's into that makeup, right? But later on, when you rewatch them, you're like, oh, okay, you can sort of see the pattern. Kind of like Nick Cage when he puts on makeup, or, you know. I did wonder, like you were talking about the different ways the movie could have gone. I wonder what it would have been like if they would have done, and it would have been a different film, but if Vlad would have sort of been very slow in the way he was, like tormenting the main character, like, you know, basically like he wants to take over his life. He gets in good with a girlfriend. He gets the girlfriend. Everyone in the apartment likes him. He somehow gets the job where he's a musician doing like the what is it, EDM and all that. and then they have to fight at the end. I don't know how they would have done that, but that would have been kind of interesting to play into that and just get rid of all the other side characters that turn into Ghost, right? I mean, it's a different movie, but I was just thinking about that. That being said, I like it. I do think maybe a few years from now it'll be worth rewatching, just not anytime soon. So 3 out of 5, right at 3 out of 5.
I think I'm gonna go with Jay and give it a 4 out of 5. I'm sure all y'all are like me, like with something that comes straight to streaming with a great cast, great visuals, the practical effects. Like I like it a lot more. Now, if I saw this in the theaters and paid like $20 and got popcorn and all that jazz, I probably would have been a little disappointed. But anytime I can get something like this that's straight to streaming, it makes my day. Am I gonna watch it again? I might. And I told y'all I fast forward through that one scene when they're laying on the floor. I did fast forward through the scene of the 25-minute long story last night. And maybe that's what made it a little bit better for me, which is I did the same thing with Skinamarink. I fast forwarded through all those corner
Ugh.
shots,
Ugh.
So you missed the entire movie.
Yeah, the 15 minutes I saw were wonderful. But yeah, I give it a solid 4 out of 5. This is my jam, horror comedy, and I love the spooky stuff. But like Jay said, I need something like this that I'm not going to go to bed and y'all, my imagination is wild. Like if I watch something scary and I wake up in the middle of the night, it's not good. It's like sleep paralysis demon is just over there hanging out. And people are like, you watch all this scary stuff and you're scared. I'm like, yeah, because my imagination is insane. So yeah, loved it. What do you think, TJ?
Well, just on a physics standpoint, I do believe it's technically accurate that when you fast forward through all of the shitty parts of all movies, that all movies are great suddenly. So
Yes.
it's actually a great coping mechanism for sucking
You need
movies.
me as your movie reviewer because it will be a good review.
I did like this movie. It's fun. I don't know how rewatchable it is. I'm kind of with John. I couldn't watch this like multiple times a year, even though I just watched it twice for the show. It is fun, but I feel like I have to kind of forget about it before revisiting it. I do think the third act wildly falls apart and just tries to do too much out of nowhere and then doesn't really resolve in a way that I love. And I do think most of the issues with it are just in the writing and poor character development. And that really doubling down on that prog rock third act that just I don't feel like they set up enough. So I do like it. I can't go 4. It's a 3 out of 5 for me though.
Calvin?
Yeah. Okay. So, quick, possible controversial question: is Alex Winter a better actual actor than Keanu Reeves?
Probably.
And
Probably.
full disclosure, I adore Keanu Reeves. I think he is great, but he almost always plays Keanu Reeves as somebody.
We can't have
Yeah, I
another.
know.
We can't
I
have
don't-
another stand. Yeah.
I almost don't want to answer this question because
I mean,
like you,
Keanu
I don't
Reeves
know
is
what
a
to
great
say.
human.
I don't know what to say.
Cut it. Cut.
Look, everybody loves Keanu. He is
Yeah.
he is the Dolly Parton in the acting world as far as he is beloved by all, and he is in some of the most iconic movies. But you watch this and it's like, wow, Alex Winter really has some range. It's surprising he didn't get more roles than he
Well,
did.
it's the difference between somebody like playing themselves like a George Clooney essentially in every movie versus a character actor that just puts on the skin of a wild character.
Well, I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis could be considered the greatest character actor of
Yeah.
all time because he becomes every character he's ever
Johnny
played.
Depp.
He is
Johnny Depp.
no
Greatest of all.
Johnny Depp is not in the same hemisphere as Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis is insanely talented. Johnny Depp's fantastic, but Daniel Day-Lewis could act circles around him. Quirky, Johnny Depp's got quirky in spades. Speaking of quirky, this movie's quirky, and I give it a 3.
Good
Bravo.
transition.
Yeah.
Puts us at a 3.4, so we'll call it 3.5. Lena, you said you what resonated with me when you said if you had paid money to go see this, you would have had a bigger issue with it. I agree with that completely.
Yeah.
Deadstream is another movie that was like that. Like if I saw Deadstream in the theaters, I don't know how excited I would have been, but when I saw it at home in the dark, I'm like, this is fun, you know. But all right, that's going to do it for this episode. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to wherever you're listening to this podcast. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and join our group on Facebook. Next week, I don't know what we're doing. It's so sporadic these days, but come back next week. I'm sure it'll be a great episode, as they all are. Lena, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you.
And thanks for listening to me when I suggest movies, you and Kellen and everybody else. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I probably would have told Kellen to watch Suitable Flesh, and we saw that massacre. So, all right, signing off. I'm Jay with John, Kellen, TJ, and Lena Del Fear. And until next time,
Keep it spooky.
Okay,
And
Lena,
too sweet.
Wow.
you said you like
Wolfpack.
you said your jam is horror comedies.
Yes.
Shaun of the Dead, 1 out of 5.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead, I haven't seen in a long time.
there's only one answer.
It's great. Yeah, 5 out of 5.
And the 5s keep going. We all gave it a 5. Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's one of the
Yes.
best. It's one of the best
It
ever.
is, yes.
I can't name one Jethro Tull song. I'm not lying. I
What?
I hear
No.
that
I can't
name.
either.
Aqualung,
Dude,
Aqualung, my
okay, that's
friend.
what it is. Okay, I hear that name all the time, and I'm like, what?
Rumble in
is-
the Jungle.
Okay, yeah,
I
Bungle,
see his
sorry,
albums
Bungle
at
in the
Goodwill
Jungle.
every time I go.
yeah.
Oh.
That is true.
Let's see. So let's see. Ian Anderson, his son-in-law is Lincoln from Walking Dead. What's the dad's name from Walking
Andrew
Dead?
Lincoln.
Andrew Lincoln.
Yes, that's his son-in-law. So there's a little horror
Wow.
connection there. Yeah.
Wow.
My mom's a huge fan, so that's why it was my first concert.
My
But it was
dad had
great.
Jethro Tull Live, had that vinyl, and I bought a $10 box record player from Goodwill back in the 90s. Because records were cheaper back in the day. You could buy basically any album you wanted for $2 to $5 at Great Escape. And so I used to listen to Jethro
Throwback.
Tull Live. It had Ian Anderson on his knees in a little white spandex suit or something with a big ball behind him. I loved that album.
My former pastor's favorite band was Jethro Tull. That's all I know about Jethro Tull.
Let's just for your bonus content. What was everybody else's first concert?
Yeah,
Oh man.
it's here.
Okay, I know mine. Bare Naked Ladies with
Oh.
Rufus Wainwright, and it was amazing.
Wow.
Nice.
Brooks and Dunn and the Tractors.
Nice.
Nice.
Mine was at 328 Performance Hall, and it was a surprise concert done by 1029 The Buzz. And me and Jay have seen this band recently. Lit. It was
Nice.
3 bands. It was like
That's
Better
cool.
Than Ezra, Lit, and another band in that same time frame. And they were the ones that ended up surprising everybody and coming out and did a
That's pretty sweet.
fantastic show. Such a
That's pretty
fantastic
awesome.
show.
Does Lit have more than one good song?
They have like 5. They're one of those bands that you don't realize how many songs that they had. that
I
were on the
remember
radio.
Pamela Anderson was
listen.
in a music video of theirs, but I don't remember the song.
Yeah, I mean, they have enough to play what, an hour and a half set last time we saw them.
Yeah.
Everybody's got
Damn.
album cuts that nobody knows.
Well, when I worked at Walmart, what I remember, and I remember very few things from Walmart, but this has always stuck with me. Semisonic had a greatest hits album. And
Back then? Like what?
it was more than just one song over and over and over again.
It wasn't just closing time forever.
Wow.
Oh.
It was
Well, you had to have
nuts.
opening time. You know, that's the opener.
And middle of the shift,
Lunch break.
15-minute break,
Oh no.
smoke break.
All right, TJ, what was your first concert?
Man, I'm really racking my brain. I honestly don't remember, but I have to imagine it was some '90s country star of some form.
What was
'cause
your
I
last concert? Jesus.
I have to look at
Ellen-
the cat.
Ellen
I have
Nice-
very bad short-term memory.
Ours was
Oh, my
Tool,
last concert.
Frog.
I remember my
Tool.
last concert was it was an all acoustic pre-release album show for Judah and the Lion at Belmont University.
Oh,
couple
yeah,
weeks
you told us
ago.
I
about that.
remember you mentioned that.
That was good.
John,
Speaking
what
of
was the last
Tool-
show you went to? Was it Ari?
It was
Springwater?
probably Greta Van Fleet. I got COVID.
Oh yeah.
I love Greta Van Fleet, but I know they're a I know.
Oh,
I know.
man.
Haters.
Speaking of Tool, Maynard James Keenan, did y'all see the post that they did with Pussifer, Promise, and A Perfect Circle, where they were all
Oh.
going back and forth talking, and apparently they're going to be all on stage at the same time. Oh,
Aren't they,
I would die to see that.
They're coming.
They're
aren't
coming
they coming
in.
to
They're
Franklin?
coming to the
Yeah.
quarry.
Is
Yeah.
that an AA
Yeah,
meeting
there's
or
no
is
way
that
I
a
could.
concert?
There's no way I could get
It was
tickets.
like Lucifer and Perfect Circle.
I will go
I
with
which
you.
is
mean-
What are you
easy
talking about?
enough. That's just Maynard James Keenan getting. in
Yeah,
front
he's
of
just gonna
a group
stay
of
on
people.
stage. They're gonna work him out.
Lena, what was your last show?
I think it was Ice Nine Kills in August. I think.
So you're going to Full Moon to see him?
Yes, you know it. I can't wait.
I need to sit down with Jay and have
some of
him
the
go over all the
movies.
bands we've seen together because there's so many bands. Like Ice Nine Kills, never heard of before, and then Jay was like, "Hey, you want to go to this show?" I was like, "Yeah, I do."
They're so good.
I have great taste.
They were really good.
What can I say? I'm really. Oh, I didn't. I was
so
gonna tell
modest,
you-
so modest.
So I gotta. I'm gonna go eat
Jay
dinner.
introduced me to Foxy Shazam. That's like the one that took for me that he introduced me to.
I remember them.
Amazing. I'm gonna go eat, but before I do that, I said I was gonna tell a Lindsay story. I don't know if she can hear me. or not. Can you guys hear me right here? Does it sound okay? Okay, so talking about how your husband didn't like the movie, I was like, I'm sure no one here significant other. Maybe Megan would have liked it, but other than that,
Maybe possibly.
so, I don't know. I know at least I sent it to you guys in a text, but in the Facebook group, I posted the video. It was like Bigfoot ate all the plastic out of my trash can and called my mom a slut. Like,
yeah,
did
that
you-
was great. That's
Okay.
great.
That was hilarious. I laughed so hard at that. Showed it, deadpan, nothing. She's just like,
Nothing.
and then she
That's
just we made eye
hilarious.
contact, and I'm like, oh fuck it.
You have to
Throw it
know
away,
those
threw it across
people
the room.
though. Like I grew up with those people. I know who those people are.
Yeah, I bet. We all do, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Lena. Thank you again.
Thanks so much.
Thank you guys.
Don't be a stranger. Come back sooner than every year.
I know, right? Yes, absolutely. I'd love to.
And we'll have to actually. You didn't pick the first. Did you pick the first one, the movie, or we just said, hey, we're doing this?
That was
It
the
Valentine's.
Valentine's
Valentine's?
Yeah,
episode.
so next time
Right.
you come on, we'll let you pick a movie.
We didn't even do a Valentine's episode this year. We got so caught
Okay.
up with other stuff.
Yeah, we have
And to
some
be
movies.
fair, there's only like 3 Valentine horror movies.
I just
we're
watched
working-
it. I just watched another one, X-Ray.
Oh yeah, with Barbie Benton. Yeah. I remember
Oh
that
my,
one.
she was. But yeah,
know
I just
nothing
watched
about
that this
this.
week, and that's a
Yeah.
Valentine's movie. So there's more out there.
Okay.
Mhm.
And now at least we have a Thanksgiving movie this year.
That's
right.
true.
Nice.
What movie?
Shut up. Thanksgiving.
I thought we did that already.
Did we not do
No,
it?
we
We
didn't
talked
do
I
that.
about
thought we did.
it.
I thought we talked about that movie already.
No.
Did we not?
For fuck's
did?
sake.
We
No,
didn't.
Wow.
we talked
No.
about it. We haven't done an episode.
We
on
didn't
it.
do an episode on
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
Bitch,
Yeah.
I feel like I went in depth. Like,
The
I feel
We
like
definitive
I
watched it in
Thanksgiving
January.
movie.
Like, oh, it's January 31st. Here's our Thanksgiving episode.
Plus, we
I
do
could've
so
sworn-
many slasher movies. I think it might just be running together. Like 'cause
Slashers.
we do Scream, Six, yeah, slashers. Yep. So
All right, everybody. I'm out.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
Later.
Yeah.
This one's different. Trust me. So, we're just put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the Newlydeads.
We are.
And today we've got a guest host, Bailey. Baillerton J. Balesworth is what we like to call him.
He's got a lot of names.
Yes.
But he insisted on being a part of it today. He was getting kind of angry because he was watching us get ready and he decided he had to be on the show.
Yes. And for those of you who are listening and not actually watching, if you're listening to our podcast, Baillerton J. Balesworth is our Shih Tzu. You can see pictures of him all over our website, I'm sure. So
he's a 10-year-old boy who acts like he's a year old.
Yes. He's a good boy, though. He's only got like 5 teeth.
He's a big pain in the butt, but we love him.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's not why we're here. We're not here to talk about our dog.
It's the dog show.
We're here because we are watching another movie that or we're going to review another movie that we watched. Backwards. Flip that.
Reverse it.
Reverse it.
Yeah.
And if this is your first time watching or listening, this is a half-hour-ish chat show where we discuss a movie that we've watched. There's some criteria, though.
Yep.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm getting over a cold.
She's a little verklempt.
Yeah.
Would you like me to
and I
provide
haven't
the details?
No. And I haven't taken any medication for my cold today. So, okay.
We're winging it.
Yeah. This is like day 3. So, 4. Day 4.
Day 4. Fourth.
Yes.
It's the 4th day.
It's the 4th day. But so our criteria is that it has to be spooky-ish, or I would say like sci-fi,
thriller.
Sometimes
You never know. We might do a romantic comedy or a kids movie.
Yeah, maybe. Usually we watch horror like sci-fi.
Right.
It needs to be under $5, and we need to have purchased it or found it, usually in the wild or given to us. So that we've got a combination of movies that we've been watching. So sometimes we get ITN distributions. Our friends over there give us some movies to watch. Justin
Cook,
yes.
Public relations. Extraordinaire.
Yes. Will sometimes throw us some fun movies to watch. And then randomly, my friend Anne at my job, she also gifted us a stack of
nice
movies.
Little stack of flicks.
Yep. So sometimes that happens, or sometimes I'll go out and find something at Goodwill, Salvation Army, Beach Boy Toys. We've got our friend here in Rockford, Illinois, has a shop. His name is Jeremy.
If you're in Rockford, go there. If you like classic toys, you will not leave without at least something.
Yes. If you are over the age of 35, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
You will, it will be like you've stepped back into your childhood. There's so much fun there. We're not watching the movie that I got there.
Not yet. It's in the box, so to be randomized at some point.
Yes. But we just wanted to give him a shout out because I just bought a movie from him last weekend. So
Jeremy knows who we are, and
tell him the Newlydeads sent you. He'll know what you mean.
He's got good taste, and the prices are incredibly reasonable. So if you have time and you're in Rockford, go there and hop over to Toad Hall Books while you're there too.
Yep.
And just do the double whammy, and tell him the Newlydeads sent you.
Yeah. Yep. But this day we watched a little gem called An English Haunting.
I hear a little sarcasm.
Be careful what you look for. It's a little bit of sarcasm. That's what it says. Be careful what you look, or live a lie or die for the truth.
We get 2 taglines?
Yeah. I had a rough time with this movie.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Should I read the synopsis?
Please read the synopsis.
All right. In 1960s England, Blake Cunningham and his alcoholic mother are forced to move into the mysterious Clemente Hall, a vast, isolated manor house to care for his dying, grandfather, who resides in the attic room. Is he in the attic?
Yep.
Oh. Soon, ghostly goings-on fill the house with dread as it becomes apparent that grandfather's illness may have a supernatural cause, that can only be cured by uncovering the terrifying secrets of the house and its dark history.
Bailey helped me on that
And I
one.
saw at the very end, it looked like he was floating.
He's a good actor. You'll see on the playback.
Yeah.
He's trained at the Shakespearean Company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is pretty fancy. He's a fancy boy.
He's like, what are you talking about?
He just keeps staring at me like, I think he thinks we're leaving because I've got like my hat and my, my coat on kind of. Well, it's not a coat. It's just, I look like I'm getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
And so
be
subsequently we are getting ready to leave after we were done recording. But
right.
Should we throw the trailer at them? I'm just
All
going to
right.
throw the trailer.
How are we going to throw I'm going to figure this out.
What
now.
if I did this
Oh, boy.
and
Okay.
then tossed it up?
This is going to be fun in the edit. For those of you who are listening to us on the podcast, an actual trailer will appear. She tells me where it comes from.
And it beeps at them so they know.
Now
Remember,
it's
that's your
beeping too.
cue. They're supposed to go beep beep.
And then it drives away and the actual trailer for the film starts. So.
Yes. So we're going to have you guys watch or listen to the podcast, and then we will be right back.
How long do we have to stay here with Grandad?
Well, it is what it is. Free house, free place to stay. Until the old bastard croaks. No wonder they're kept in the attic all this time. What do you think? Spooky enough for you?
No, actually. I think I'm gonna love it here.
When I was a girl, I was terrified of staying here. All these old rooms, long dark halls, dusty furniture. Now it just appears quite miserable, empty and soulless.
We are alone here, aren't we?
No!
I mean, there's nobody else living on the grounds.
No! Just us, why?
Nothing. Just wanted to be sure.
No!
Hi.
I don't know what's happening in this house,
What if it isn't dementia? What if it's something unexplained? Something in this house that's doing that to me?
Welcome back. What'd you think of that trailer? I guarantee that Joel probably put some fart noises or some other fun little gems and berries in there.
Gems and berries. Sounds like
That's
a
a thing.
terrible show.
Gems
I don't
and
want to
berries.
watch that.
What are you going to find in this hole? Gems, or berries?
Or certain doom.
Oh.
By the way, if it's 6:30 Central Standard Time on Wednesday night, 7:30 Eastern for those of you on the East Coast, you can come chat with us. We should be back on Roku as of now. If not, check YouTube or tinglertelevision.com. But you can come chat with us. We are in the chat, usually eating our dinner, watching the show with you. And, if you want to know what movie we watched, you can check out our feed on Facebook. We'll tell you, what movie we were watching, and we'll talk about it in the prior episode. But anyway, you can come hang out. We can talk about whatever you want. So that's where you can find us.
Awesome.
All right. So let me grab my notes here, because whenever we watch a show,
Bailey's going to get comfy.
I take notes, I draw pictures, and this week is no different. So I drew a little superhero looking dude up in the corner, a fancy ghost.
Fancy ghost. What is that
skeleton smoking a pipe.
Oh.
And then
you have really good drawings this week.
And then,
they're always good, but I really dig that. Hammer time.
Remember him?
No. Yes.
He was in the movie.
Yes, I do remember him.
That was my quick interpretation of the character from the movie. He looks, we'll get to that.
Come here.
All right. For those of you who are listening, Bailey is demanding to go sit on Laura's lap, so we will allow him that luxury because it's her dog, technically. I'm just the stepdad.
I'm the one that adopted him.
Yeah. But he loves me. All right. So this is an English Haunting from 2020. So it's a fairly recent film. It's currently sitting at 4.3 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. This is written, directed, and produced triple threat by one Charlie Steeds, which you'll know that why that name is familiar in just a moment. Charlie is known for directing films such as Freeze, The Haunting of the Tower of London, not to be confused with An English Haunting, although technically both in England, and The Barge People.
That's my barge face.
Is that the barge face? Makes you want to vomit some water. He also is known for writing the same movies that I just mentioned. So I have little, what do you call those? Little when you're saying that you already these things when you're like, this is
Quotes?
the same as that. This is the same as that.
Oh,
They have a name for it.
Yeah.
But
usually you do like a little line with like a little thingy.
No, I always thought it was the little quote lines, little quote comma.
No, it's supposed
Not
to go
commas.
like a continuation line or whatever. I don't know.
If I'm right or she's right or we're both wrong or we're both
I mean,
right,
that's how I always drew them.
then put something in the comments, or tell us. Because I'm not
like,
sure.
you're both wrong, you bunch of
Right?
dummies.
We're going to be in trouble. Okay, this stars one David Lennox, who, again, might know him from The Barge People. He also did a movie called Winter Skin, which sounds like a dry
Oh yeah, it
situation.
sounds very uncomfortable.
And The Curse of Halloween Jack.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Probably not. I mean, it might be. I don't know. This also stars Tessa Wood, who is known for The Last House on Cemetery Lane, Pinky, which I don't know where the brain is, but he's there, and Tales from the Great War. These all sound like movies that, well, at least the last two sound like movies we might not watch regularly, but we might. And finally, Rory Walton, who is known for Gods of the Deep. I was just trying to think about what that would be. Like some
Gods of the Deep, like
a
a
movie, like maybe like a Cthulhu type thing.
Yeah, or like a Aquaman.
Right, like an Aquaman guy.
Trident, or whatever. Trident?
Yeah, he said Trident.
Yeah.
3-Day Millionaire, which I don't know. Does that mean that it takes 3 days to become one? That you are a millionaire?
Or
for
you've
3
only
days?
been a millionaire for 3
Or
days.
that you've only been one for the first 3 days of being a millionaire.
Or you only get millions of dollars for 3 days and you have to spend it.
That'd be hard.
Oh no, it wouldn't.
I mean,
no, it wouldn't.
To spend.
And nowadays, like money is like nah.
If we don't know how much money, so if it's $1 million that you have to spend in 3 days, okay, that's doable.
Easy.
If it's like $3 million in 3 days, it could be a little tricky.
Is that what it says?
It just says 3-day millionaire.
3-day millionaire. I could spend $1 million in an hour.
I mean, $1 million would
Like,
be a little easier.
Buy a house, buy a car, like, you know what I mean? Like,
buy a house, I was about to say buy a dog. I want to buy a dog.
I mean, I'd buy a whole pack of dogs.
She's got a little. Just imagine you with a little like packet, and you like flip it open, and there's like 10 dogs in it, and you're like, take one out. I don't know why. That's
Smoking it.
You're not actually. You're just taking it out of the pack, and then it grows up, and it's.
Oh my god.
And awesome. Finally, the Reverend and Mrs. Simpson.
Nice.
Sounds like the Simpsons episode with Reverend Lovejoy and Marge.
I was thinking like Mrs. Robinson kind of.
Oh, you're going like
dirty.
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Stanky. Was she stanky? I don't think she was stanky.
Skanky. That's the word I was thinking.
Stanky.
Anyways.
Poor Dustin Hoffman. All right. So at this point, my wife turns to me and says,
"What'd you think?"
And we are going to get into that right now. So first of all, I wrote in large exclamation points, barge. I said, there's not actually a barge, people.
No.
A barge, comma, people. Like I'm saying to the audience, if there's not actually a barge. Just that I noticed that David Lennox was in The Barge People and that it was written, directed, and produced by the same guy who did The Barge People. Now, is this better than Barge People? That remains to be seen. So there's a haunted train in this movie, and I wrote Thomas the Crank Engine because it kept popping out at random times. It was an old train.
Yeah.
It was not a pretty train.
It was a dumb train.
It was kind of a dumb train.
It was just like.
Now, there's one thing that this movie accomplished that none of the other films that we've watched so far, and I don't know that there's been a film since we've been together for 5+ years that I've seen do this, that this movie did. And there was a scene with a ghost fiddler where Laura jumped.
I did.
There was a jump scare and it got her.
I know.
Has that ever happened before? Because we're both like jaded horror film fans. Like we're like, kind of like Gabe on The Office, except he said, I've owned over 200 horror movies. Amateur.
Seriously.
And he's seen, a ton of horror films, but amateur. Anyway, but that's not common. Like I don't jump during jump scares anymore. They don't get me because I can predict them when they're coming.
Yeah, I just couldn't predict it, I guess. Like I was like not thinking it was going to go that way. Or
are you afraid of fiddles?
Huh?
Are you afraid of fiddles?
Fiddles, that's what it is. I'm deathly afraid of fiddles. No, I mean, it was just, it was my first day of my cold. So it's like I wasn't feeling good and, maybe I was just distracted a little bit.
It just caught me off guard because we were watching it and I'm like, oh, they're going to. And
I didn't think they were going to do a jump scare right there for whatever reason.
And it was cute.
I couldn't help it. It's not like I
Yeah, no, she didn't like freak out and run out of the room and there was a little puddle on the couch.
No, I just went, oh.
She
like,
just jumped. It was cute. I wrote here that the lead, David Lennox, reminds me of Arthur Darvill from Doctor Who. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you remember Rory. He reminded me like a low-budget Rory. And if you go read my review on Letterboxd, which incidentally on Letterboxd, I have written a review for every film that I've seen so far this year. And every film is included on there. And there may be longer reviews of every film that I see this year on our blog at thenewlydeads.com. Wink, wink. But I wrote a little synopsis there that kind of encapsulates the whole Arthur Darvill thing. But anyway, that's a side thing. I thought it was strange. And, well, here, let me preface this real quick. There's something that happened pretty early on in the film that may lead to a little bit of, what happened?
What?
What happened to you?
Oh, I fell asleep.
She did.
I'm telling you, like that was like day one, hard day of me being sick. I didn't go to work. I mean, I didn't go to work like 3 days this week. I mean, I worked from home, but I have a full-time job besides this little gig here. And so I was completely out of it.
So there may be some things she doesn't remember because
there's
she was
lots
exhausted.
of things. I was like, it was like I would fall asleep and then wake up and then I fall asleep and wake up like the entire movie. So it was just like a constant wave. I remember seeing things. And I was like, did this happen? And he'd say, yeah, that happened, so
there was a part in the film where the grandfather that lives in the attic, it seems like he dies, but then like you see like, I don't know if you've ever seen in a film where there's a ghost entity and the camera moves, but you don't see anything. You're just moving because you're kind of imagining there's a ghost there. Like it gets up from the bed, like you're getting out of bed, and then it starts going down the hall, and then it goes out a door, and this goes on for like, I don't know, a good minute or two, and it goes all the way down through the halls, all the way down to another room, opens a door, and then like goes and sits in the rocking chair, and I'm just like, is this necessary?
Yeah, that's the problem with this movie. It was also very, 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 very slow.
Yeah,
and you always say you like a slow burn, but this is like a slow.
But there's a difference. I mean, the guy that was in the attic, the grandfather that was dying, did have a kind of a slow death. But yeah, there's a difference between a slow burn and a no burn. It's like with a slow burn, you feel like there's something coming, like there's an underlying tension or there's an underlying sense of,
dread,
story or dread or something that it's building to. Even in films that maybe we disagree on as far as like whether it was good or not, like Skinamarink, for example, there's something, an underlying thing that keeps you interested or not interested. Some people don't like slow burns or for whatever reason, it doesn't work with the way they watch movies. But this one, I never got the sense that we were building to something or that there was a reason to stay intrigued with the slow burn. Instead, it's more of a, I think I wrote here somewhere. I didn't. But like, you know, if you're more inclined to grab your phone than to watch the movie, then you probably failed at the slow burn.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll watch 3 hours of someone eating soup if I know that it's going to end up with something interesting or that it's going to be satisfying at the end. Because I even wrote here very slow and uninteresting.
Yeah.
The main character is kind of a man-child, which,
yes,
again, character growth would make you appreciate that fact if by the end he mans up and becomes a hero or
because he's not a
something.
little kid. I mean, he's like a grown-ass man.
He's in his mid-30s probably.
Yeah.
But he never comes out of that. He's just like a big man-child, kind of like if you've ever seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure. What's the guy's name that lives next door? The big dude.
Oh man, I just had it in my head and now it's gone. Anyways,
it's like he reminded me of him, but
the one that wanted Pee-wee's bike.
Yeah, it's like a toned down version of that character, and I don't know why I can't think of that name. It makes me feel bad. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Paul Rubens.
And the guy that plays that guy, he died too.
Oh, rest in peace.
I'm pretty sure.
To him as well.
Watch him. I'll be wrong. He's like,
he messages us and he's like, "I'm alive and well."
Alive, asshole. I'm for some reason I think he died.
I will have to look into that.
Yeah.
I'll put a little note here. And the name of the character, it's like Chauncey or something. I could appreciate what they were trying to do. Like, I feel like I get what Charlie Steeds was after in terms of the storyline, but it wasn't successful. It felt like they were just trying too hard.
Yeah.
And like we were watching a movie last night that was shot on video, and I said one of the things I like about that is that if you have that much heart that you want to take the time to get your friends together or to get some money together and shoot something with your phone or a VHS camera or whatever, because you're just dying to tell a story, then there's a certain amount of heart that comes with that, and that's what I appreciate. And I can appreciate that here, but then that doesn't mean that you're going to have a good product at the end of the day. And I felt like they had the money, they had the cinematography, which were both great. The acting was good. David Lennox is a fine actor. He's kind of charismatic, but the end didn't justify the meat. No, none of these are working. It just didn't add up to what you wanted. Also, there was a lot of things with doors slamming, like it was supposed to be scary, maybe. And if you've ever dealt with an actual haunting, things move very slowly, and there's not a lot of violent sort of reactions. Maybe a poltergeist, you might have something like that. But these doors were like full on, just like all over the house, left and right. It was like, okay, that's a lot. And then the third act happened.
Yeah.
And do you remember?
I remember bits and pieces because, like, I remember I told you I was like, it seemed to me it was like kind of like a Hereditary kind of situation.
It took a sharp, hard, full-on left turn in Albuquerque,
where it's like a demon cult kind of thing that was like controlling it. Yeah,
it was like as if Louise from Bob's Burgers
Belcher
was if Louise was a ghost sort of thing and was a cult, so there was a bunch of them.
The Cult of Louise. I'm pretty sure that's what you said was like the Cult of Louise.
Yep. It was like the Cult of Louise came and decided to just get very violent. And it turned, I even wrote, what is this, a snuff film? It wasn't that bad. But it got very violent at the end and very confusing and a little bit weird and gross. Not anything that I haven't seen before that, really shocked me, but it just felt like you're building up this kind of ghost story. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, snuff time. Everybody, let's get murdery and weird. And the ghost thing is still there, but not there. I don't know. It didn't work. I'm sorry. It just didn't.
Yeah, it's too bad.
So, yeah, I don't think you missed much by falling asleep, to be honest.
Sorry. Sorry, peeps who like to watch us.
I mean,
I hate when I fall asleep because I feel like I'm just like,
but that says something. In this case, she had a bit of an excuse because she wasn't feeling well. But I don't blame you for falling asleep because it was really slow and there wasn't a lot to latch onto. And the things that were there, guy moves with his mother to a house where his grandfather's dying because they're going to take care of him because they want to inherit the house. Grandfather is part of some sort of weird culty thing and maybe isn't dead or is going to be coming back. And then there's a weird deformed guy that lives on the property, but maybe he's not real either. That the
Is that the hammer
grandfather
guy?
like tortured. Yeah, that was
Mhm.
and eventually like murdered. Spoilers. But is he real? Is he
Is
not
it a
real?
spoiler though?
There's a death with a hammer. There's a death with a knife. There's a weird cult ritual with blood play and all kinds of weird stuff. There's partial nudity. There's a lot of people with completely dressed in white. I don't know.
I remember seeing them floating around like the outside part.
It didn't.
Yeah,
then
and they
the
had like a
ending-
weird helmet on or something.
Yeah, that looked like Louisa's bunny ears.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the end, it's resolved, but is it? And the people that you're expecting to die didn't. I don't know. It just was weird. So.
I kept thinking you were talking about Linda Belcher.
Oh no, it's Louise Belcher.
Walking around with big hair and glasses.
Right.
All
Got her glasses on and floating around. She's like, all right.
Let's go. All
go,
right.
All right. So at this point, I think it's about that time.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 5 hammer deaths.
Hammer deaths.
Yeah.
Which there's plenty of those out there in film land, people.
Mhm.
So if you want to see some hammer deaths, contact at thenewlydeads.com. We'll send you a list of hammer deaths. I don't know if we could come
Probably
up
a
with
movie
list
called
of them.
Hammer Death.
I think they're probably the Hammerhead.
Oh yeah, there's hammer murders. Something.
Excuse me. What? The Toolbox Murder?
Toolbox.
I mean, there's
That's what I was
2
thinking.
of those, and then there's a remake.
Yeah.
Or there's a remake,
Hammer
and then
Time.
there's 2 in the remake. Anyway, we could probably come up with a list. We'd have to sit down and talk about it for a little bit. But anyway, so okay, out of 5 hammer deaths, weird thing to say, but it makes sense in terms of the movie. 0.5.
I'm gonna give it a -1.
Ouch. Okay, so you fell asleep, so that
Yep.
takes a point
I'm
off.
gonna give it a 0.
And then you're going to give it a 0. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out the math on this. At some point, I'll stop
giving it a
doing this
0.
game, but
Yeah.
I'm trying.
There
to
is no
understand
rhyme
the
or
rating
reason for
system.
me, dear. No rhyme.
You had like rules, kind of.
No
going in.
reason.
There's no reason. It's just random.
I am a random ass person.
Yeah, her ass is random. I don't know what that means. Wow, we're just cursing up a storm today.
Ass. Ass. Sorry.
I love her. Anyway,
The end of my sickness.
it's apparently.
Yes. So what are we watching next week?
Nope.
Oh wait. Oh no. What do you recommend? I'm sorry.
I'm like,
I just kept saying ass.
it's like saying the word.
So what does that ass want to watch next week? You know what I mean?
So I tried to think of something that was close to this, but it's so bizarre mishmash of things that there wasn't a direct like correlation type situation that I could really come up with. Plus, when I do this, I do it on the spot as we're watching the movie. And once it's done, I don't go back and fix it. Like I print out my notes and then I put them here for us to record, and that's usually the next day. So, but anyway, the movie that I came up with that felt the closest in terms of like a spiritual successor, and it was a far more successful film and better film, but not much less. It didn't have such a violent end. Maybe it did. Anyway, it was 2012's Woman in Black.
Oh.
Which Hammer film. What?
I hate that movie.
Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that movie. I've seen it several
I'm
times.
gonna have to rewatch it because I
It's on the shelf.
hate
I have
that
the
movie.
sequel on the shelf as well. I've only seen the sequel once, but I've seen the Daniel Radcliffe one several times.
Sorry,
it is
dude.
Fantastic. Well, I love
Disagree.
Hammer films. It's kind of. I'm not a fan of gothic horror. I'm not a fan of ghost movies like that.
I'm just gonna have to
for the most
rewatch
part.
it. Let's rewatch it and then I'll let you know if I change my mind.
For whatever reason, maybe it's just because I love Daniel Radcliffe, but and it's not a Harry Potter thing. I was sort of okay with Harry Potter,
I
but
love
after he
Harry
stopped
Potter.
that series and he started doing new things, that's when I became a fan. Anyway, we'll have to do a double feature and we'll maybe revisit and tell you what happens, because I thought the second one was worthwhile as well. It's not as good as the first one, but it is.
I have not watched the
it is
second
good.
one
Got
because
some
I
good
was like,
scares. That's weird.
yeah.
I thought for sure, because you
I
like
thought for sure
Crimson Peak,
too.
didn't you?
I saw it in the theater.
Oh wow, didn't you like Crimson
I think I
Peak?
fell asleep during it.
No, that's bad.
Keep on, keep.
But you liked Crimson Peak, though, right?
I liked it.
I haven't seen.
I need to rewatch Crimson Peak too because I like I
haven't seen
like
it yet,
gothic
so
Victorian kind of like, you know,
that's why I'm
horror.
surprised.
And it's like Guillermo del Toro or whatever,
For
you know?
Crimson Peak, yeah.
Yes. And
A lot of people didn't like it. I haven't seen it,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
I had some issues with it, but I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, they love it so much. I feel like I should love it too."
So I guess we're gonna have to do a Crimson Peak,
yes,
Women in Black,
let's do
1
it.
and 2,
Let's do
triple
it.
threat.
Let's do it tonight.
Woo!
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that tonight.
Anyways.
Okay.
All right. So
Oh, right.
what are we watching next? I'm gonna blow this up.
Ooh, that was messy.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna be haunted.
Mhm.
From the big box of fun, and thank you. This is one of yours again. Totally random.
And
yeah, you're not gonna be able to. You're gonna look at this and go, I don't know. But the movie we're watching, because it's a set of
is
films,
Pelt?
is she did.
I remembered. Yeah.
From 2010, it is Pelt. I have a feeling it's going to be Hills of Ice ish.
Thank you, Anne. It's 9 movies over 13 hours, but I don't see 9 movies in here. I see 4.
Something's off with the labeling,
which is funny. I like that even
films.
better.
It's not a multiple disc. I think it came as a set of multiple.
Oh, I
like,
see.
Boxes.
Yeah.
And she only gave us one,
Right.
or only had one.
Yeah.
Like she bought it used or something.
I got it. All
I
right.
don't know.
There is a synopsis on here.
Oh.
Yeah. Ready?
Punch it up. Let's go.
Pelt. A group of friends trespass on a private property in order to hike a hard-to-access trail. But now they're deep in the woods where no one can save them from a maniacal killer.
What? Sounds like a little backwoodsy horror thing. Pelt
it up.
I'll put the actual art up here so you can see it.
Yeah, it's down there too.
Because you weren't going to be able to see it there. So
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Else?
Well, where can they find us?
At thenewlydeads.com. We're just going to say that is your one-stop shop for everything Newlydeads. Go there, check it out, redone, boom.
Yes. And that's pretty much it, I think, right? Sorry if this was a weird episode.
It's always fun.
I know. I said ass a lot.
You keep saying it. We're going to get like a PG-13 on it.
Nah, there's no such thing as that. Ass is not a word that's like a donkey. A donkey.
There's one right there.
I see it.
Weird.
Nay.
A donkey says nay?
I guess they say eehaw.
They bray.
Eehaw. Eehaw. Like Dominic, the donkey. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Hee-haw. They say
Or
hee-haw.
Sam.
Anyways.
Isn't that Sam from It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes.
All right, let's get out of here.
Thank you very much for watching. And until next time.
Keep it cheap and creepy.
Bye.
Go look after your mother and sister. Where are you going? We're gonna finish this. Goodbye, Tom. All right.
Oh boy, is that an ugly thing.
Now, Abe, I know you have a reputation for being honest. I want your honest opinion. What do you think about the Midnight Movie? Are we not one of the best shows on TV?
Well, 407 years ago, I watched the Midnight Movie, and quite honestly, I fell asleep. What's up with that Triv guy?
I don't know, you know, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'd much rather have you come down. I wouldn't need the Yardbird sign, because I know all your trivia would be truthful, you know? Just like your friend George. You remember George from a while back? Oh, I see. Yeah, you thought about him, and his hat shifted because his brow is like George. That guy always lied, he said. So, well, I gave you this here. It's my autograph, all right? And you hold on to it. It doesn't have the Vern because you can never get hold of Vern. So it's all the guys except for Vern. If you're ever in the area in Cleveland, okay, we'll try to find Vern and get that signed. And thanks for everything you do. We appreciate you so very much.
And you put the phone number on the autograph too, right? So I can call the hotline?
Yeah, call the hotline. It's 440-944-7105. Call the hotline and let us know what you think. And maybe sometimes we'll go to the theater together. All right, see you later, bro.
Bring back the street.
All right. Bring back the street.
Bring back the street. Here it comes. Woo. The man with the unique physique. Bring back the street. Bring back the street.
You're reminding me of.
Bring back the street.
What do you call you? Fetterman.
What?
Fetterman.
That politician. Fetterman?
Fetterman.
I don't know why or where. Maybe it's just the angle I looked at. That's the first thing I thought was Fetterman.
I like it. Now I gotta let the sides grow in so it can blend it together. But Julie got it for me for Christmas. After years of begging for the spider toupee, I can even swim in this. And no, I'm not wearing this. Spider toupee. I can even swim in it. It looks natural, they say.
Really?
Yep.
That's what they say.
You put that on.
Who are
you know
they?
What? You dress a little. You look like a bouncer or something.
I know,
like some
right?
guy that,
See,
or a biker or something.
With
Yeah.
the shaved sides.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like Russian tattoos or something.
Yeah.
To get a couple going now, you know, it's a whole new outlook.
Get that side, carved in, with maybe the Midnight Movie.
Well, I'm gonna
on the
get
sides.
what's it called? What's it called?
Some chops going on?
Chin bar? No, my
bar.
Chin bar. It's real thin.
Oh.
And then you're fancy now. Now they got this. This is cool. I've been all my life. Yeah, I got rid of my glasses. Remember, guys, I used to wear glasses. I finally got rid of those.
Transformation.
Yeah, and now I got the toupee. And hey, it's worth it. I got a good deal on Amazon. The Amazon bin store. Yeah, so at least I can swim in this.
Is it alpaca?
No, that's natural human butt fur.
Nice.
Yeah. No, they pay people in these foreign countries to grow long butt hair.
Jesus, God help us.
It kind of smells
Butt hair
a
on
little
a butt
bit.
head, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, well.
what do you guys think at home? Should I keep it?
I don't know.
It just sort of came.
They'll look better when the sides grow. Of course, I do look kind of rough like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Carve it in, man.
I gotta go see a barber. I don't know. You gotta be careful because the glue sometimes melts in these lights. So it might start moving around my head.
You remind me of Gary Oldman from the
You
Fifth
know?
Element.
Good call there.
Is that who I am? Gary
Good
Oldman?
call there. Yeah.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
And you know what? It's
I could speak in a southern
nothing.
accent.
I won't say it, but it's almost similar to what I saw.
It was just killing me. It's just staring me in the face.
Hey,
You're right on the money.
you get one, Vern.
You're right on the
Get like
money.
a little Brillo fur thing going there.
I haven't had an afro since the 70s.
Bring back the
Bring back the afro.
Bring back the afro.
Yeah, I had one too.
Happening.
You had an
So
afro?
did I.
You had an afro?
I had one.
Oh, I've seen your.
Actually, I did too.
For the afros.
Well, I had mine from, and hey, prayers to David Soul just passed away from Starsky and Hutch. But I had to look like Starsky, and so I told this story before, but I went to Sears Beauty Shop told my want to look like Starsky. This back when I had
You went
actual
there and
hair.
said, I want to look like Starsky.
Yeah, they said, because they ask you, what kind of haircut you want. I show them a picture of Starsky.
I want a Starsky.
Yeah, I want to look like Starsky. So
They either get a pick and just pick your hair out and give you the fro?
no, they gave me a perm. And so I'm sitting there with all these old ladies in the Sears, West 105th Sears, all these old ladies with the curlers in their hair, and I'm sitting there. I'm all excited because I'm going to look like Starsky. And I get it all done, Next day I get up and I got this giant fro. And it looked ridiculous.
So it was a tight perm when you were done.
Yeah. But after I washed it, because I washed my hair every day, so I washed it the next morning, and it was like a giant, and it was a perm. So I had to go to a regular barber then and get like a cut short then. And I didn't look like Starsky. That was the worst part.
So he gets the perm, and the next day he's got to go to a different barber.
Yeah, I had to go to the old-fashioned barber because my dad told me, oh, you have to go to a salon for something like that. I go, where's the salon? He goes, well, your mom goes down to Sears. So I go out and down to Sears, I'm all excited. I'm going to look like Starsky.
Your dad didn't ask, what are you going to get, son?
No, he knew. But he didn't know.
Dad, I'm going to get a Starsky.
He just knew that the barbershop that normally went to that, give me a regular, they're not doing the Starsky there. So I had to go to a salon.
Oh, God,
with all the old blue-haired ladies in the hair dryer thing.
Speaking of perms, what's tonight's movie?
Is there a movie tonight?
We got a gangster movie tonight with Jack Palance.
Okay.
Well, don't sound too thrilled.
I'm not too thrilled.
You're like, well,
I'm not too thrilled.
Oh,
this is a historic movie that we showed. What'd you say back in the cable days?
Cable days.
This is the cable days. So,
well, not really.
But
yeah, what is tonight's movie?
What is it, Denny?
Four Deuces.
Nailed it. What year?
Some time ago.
He was wrong. He said 74. It's 75.
So here's 76.
What? 76. IMDb says.
I haven't been able to wield this.
Hold on.
Where's the Bob Barker tune?
Yeah. That which one?
It's like
1975. So
released in 76. Released in 76. Made in 75 and released in 76.
Okay,
you can make all you want if you don't release it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, you should be because
it says 75.
Well, it was released in 76.
Oh, big deal.
Well,
if you make a 74,
if you make
he
a
said
film,
74. I said 75. You said 70. Oh wait.
Well,
wait.
74.
Oh, he's getting ready.
Oh. Hey, you don't want the rap.
No. Right here would be fine, man.
You can't handle the rap.
Well, that's why.
Anything you would like to say, Denny?
I got the gangster. I got the gangster.
Derek, do me a favor though. This episode, read over the list and make sure there's nothing I'm going to step on your toes
about. Trying to read his writing.
Yeah, and if you can't read it, that's your problem. But I don't want to step on his toes like last week, and he was all, "Oh, got nothing now." You know he had. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Probably would.
Well, I'm going to tell this. You know what, Jack Palance? He had that face. That face. That. A lot of people. The rumor has it that Jack Palance got that face because he bailed out of a burning airplane in the World War II training thing, and they said they had to have his face redone with plastic surgery. Okay. And that was the rumor for many years. They gave him a unique with the high cheekbones and those sunken eyes. But later, right before he died and stuff like that, he said, that rumor is totally false. He goes, if I had a bionic face, wouldn't they have done a better job on it? So he says he didn't have a burned up face. He was just ugly, I guess.
Just mean spirit.
Just mean. Hey, he's not around no more, so what's he going to do? He's not doing no more one-handed push-ups.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Well, he may be pushing up, but it's daisies.
There you go, Denny. Denny, boom! Oh, can't reach, but... Did you get it?
No, I can't read your writing, and I can't remember what my trivia was, so it wouldn't matter. God.
You got Face Off this week?
I do. Just a really bad, cheap one that probably has been recycled, but I don't care.
That's got to be better than
Thank
that.
God I didn't give you a task for both of them.
Yeah, why didn't you give us tasks for both?
Thank God I didn't.
Yeah, I guess.
The man with the unique physique, bring back the street.
Without honor.
Right you go.
Without honor! He lacks class. Either you got class or you don't got class. Style! Yeah, style is something that you're born with. You don't, how do you say, acquire. Yeah, that's the word, acquire. Acquire! You don't acquire it by wishing. Retaliation is the solution.
Down, breaking the record set in New York 5 years ago. Hey, this Timmons, he writes pretty good, huh? Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
I'd like this guy to pay me a visit. You got the picture?
Gotcha, boss.
I'll see you guys. Play. Vic Morano, the leader of the Four Deuces gang, when contacted by his gang, had nothing to do with the killing.
You wouldn't complain so much about your assignments, you'd,
no. I can't get anywhere hacking out that crap you give me.
I know, the cops. Everyone knows they're corrupt. But you can't print it unless you can prove it.
We'll never prove the real corruption as long as Vic Morano and the cops work hand in glove.
There we go with it. Dick Morano again. You cover the rackets just like any other story.
Yeah, well, we'll see. See you later. Gotta interview those witnesses in that restaurant shootout.
Yeah, see you later. Hey, by the way, how's the novel coming along?
Would you settle for a short story?
Hey, kid. Come here. Somebody wants to see you, Mr. Timmons.
You're Ben Orlin.
You got it, kid. Now move. Before I forget, I'm not supposed to mess you up. Okay?
No need. This is one night I've been looking forward to.
Sullivan, 120.
I'll give you something.
Patty, 100.
This one.
Patty, 100.
You know, I'm taking an awful chance. If Chickova finds out, you know what's going to happen to me, huh?
Hey, tell me when I got her, I leave. Come on.
All right, Vic. Well, I found this out, and this is really the moxie.
Riley, 140.
I found out that
Kelly, 120.
two trucks
Kelly.
on the old state road.
Thank you. See you next time.
Two trucks.
Hi, fellas. Okay. Got yours ready. Thanks, Jim. It looks like business is picking up. Where's it going? We're doing all right.
Go down the old warehouse on the South Road.
Riley, 100. Why give him 140?
Don't you think it should get a little bit more? Huh? You know, I'm taking an awful chance if Chickova finds out.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll take care of you.
Sure, Vic.
All set. We hit the sun.
Hey, Vic, you need an escort?
Hey, not tonight, Smitty. It's gonna get a little too bloody for your boys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Hey, who the hell are you?
Russ Timmons. You sent for me.
Vic Morano.
I know.
You seem awful interested in the Four Deuces lately.
Well, you're hot news.
You want the real story on Vic Morano?
You serious?
Okay. Come along with us.
I think the news should be reported. You know what I mean?
But how should it be reported?
It's funny that you should ask, you know. It should be reported the way you see it all, you know. Only you don't mention who. You get the picture.
Deal. Huh? Everyone knows who runs the town anyway.
Yeah, that's right. You got the picture.
Oh, so you wind up famous.
So, what's wrong with the both of us winding up famous? You know what I mean, hey?
Federal agents, come out with your hands up. Okay, now hit the dirt. Face down.
Yep. You guys hit the dirt.
All right, you guys know what to do, huh? Do it. You got a match? I forgot I don't smoke. It ain't good for your health.
Well, when the hell did that happen?
An hour ago.
You'd better stick to the facts, kid. You're making it sound like your novel.
These are the facts. I saw it happen, all of it.
Copy!
The finest run of Canadian booze we've ever gotten our hands on. Pop, gun. What does that mean?
It means that one of you is a drink.
Well, what are you looking at me for?
Don't blame me. I didn't do nothing.
But
the
you
secret where it.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. I like that.
Okay, okay.
Now, don't get carried away. You gotta remember to have a little class.
Like school, huh, boss?
No, not like school. Style tells the world that you're on top of it. Right. Like you, boss.
But don't give me an apple unless I deserve it. You want some free balls?
Ah, shut up! What am I running around here, a zoo or something? too big to beat anyway. Right now, anyway. I gotta chip away at his picture. Chip away.
The bloodied ground littered with expended cartridges from heavy... Oh, boy. Hey, kid, you tag along with us. I think you can write good crap like this every day, you know what I mean? Hey, let me show my appreciation, huh? Hey, Chip. Put him on a payroll, huh?
Oh, no. I got a bonus from my editor.
What the hell is he gonna pay you, peanuts? What are you, a monkey?
Oh, really? I keep tagging along with you and writing about it. I'll be highest paid reporter in town.
Okay. You know, I think you're full of crap. Hey, Ben, bring us a couple, please.
I don't understand why this punk's got to be in on everything.
It's my baby brother. College kid, he's a big football star. Hey, Chip, you know what I think? Your brain went soft since you married that dame, huh? Okay, now look, this guy's gonna be our mouthpiece for the
What are you saying?
All right, anybody got any questions? Okay, get out of here, all of you. Go ahead. Go ahead, you two. Go. Hey, Chip, you two, go ahead. Hey. Come here. Hey. You and me gonna have some fun, huh? Huh? Sorry, baby. A little bit of business, huh? I want you to meet a new associate of mine. Russ Timmons. It's Wendy Rittenhouse.
Please, I meet you, Miss Rittenhouse?
Just call me Wendy. And drop the last name. I'm slummy.
Hey, sit down. Sit down. Don't pay any attention to her. She's always teasing simple folks like you and me. You know what I mean?
I'll try not to.
Hey, what do you do that for, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, the star of the Four Deuces Club, Miss Lloyd Rogers.
When you're in love, you rule the world. You get to make up the laws. You can do anything. You are the star. You are a walking applause. You're a three-ring.
Yeah. So you.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
When you're in love, you own the town. You've got the world by the tail.
A new associate, Mr. Timmons. A secretive, I see. Well, whatever it is you do, I'm sure you're the best.
I'm a journalist, Miss Rittenhouse. On assignment. What's your excuse? Sorry. Just a stupid question.
Yours only when you're in love.
Hey, Timmons. I want you to meet a special person, Laurie Rogers. Best songbird in town.
Oh, Vic.
Your number was tremendous.
Thank you. Did you like it?
Yeah, what are you kidding?
Private joke. It's our song. I was singing it when we first met.
Matt, you mean when I found you in that crummy sheet music joint?
Oh, there they go again. Every night they do the same routine.
What are you, jealous? You jealous?
Oh, come on.
All right, that's enough now. My customers are waiting. Go ahead.
Right.
Hey. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna see that she gets all the way up to the top.
She's the best.
That's right, Mr. Timmons. And Vic likes the best. And only the best, right?
That's right, baby. Hey, Chippy. Take Timmons around and show him the place, huh?
Right. Come on, pal.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up? Hey, don't worry. Give me your watch.
My watch? What?
Yeah, just give me your watch. Come on. Hurry up. Come on. Give me your watch. Come on in.
Why am I giving you my watch?
Yeah, just come on in. Hey, what's up, my man? Come on in. Give me your watch.
What?
Give me your watch.
What do you want my watch
Just give me your watch. Don't argue with me. This is we're gonna have a blast, guys. Man, what are you, hands swollen? Hey, what's up, brother? Got a watch? Give me your watch.
Huh?
Give me that watch.
Man, it's my grandfather's watch.
Give me it.
You can ruin them, are you?
Check it out, guys. We're gonna have a blast because we're gonna have our first ever watch party. Oh yeah, what do you think? Huh? I hear about them all the time on Facebook. Hey, what are you guys doing? Well, I got one left.
Here.
Hey, this never happens on Facebook. Well, you guys better watch out. Man, I thought these things lasted longer.
It's rolling! It's rolling!
Maybe that bad. Got 4.2 stars out of 12. Out of 10.
12.
No, it's almost average.
It's almost average.
Maybe Chris Cross rated this one.
Yeah, Chris is tough. Chris is tough.
I don't know if he's tough. He's just got a whole different sense of rating certain movies.
Yeah.
He likes what he likes.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. Hope feeling better, Chris. Fell down the stairs, you know.
Yeah. He's
fell down, go boom, boom.
Chris, how do you rate your pain?
Oh, how many tickets? How many tickets?
How many tickets on your pain? No, I gave him the secret. I gave him the secret of how
many hot water bottles or whatever.
Yeah. No, this movie does have a lot of celebrities.
It does. It's got a good cast. Carol Lindley.
Yeah.
From one of my all-time favorite disaster movies, Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah, she was a disaster. Wasn't she in Frogs and all that too? She was in a lot of stuff.
Was she?
Had the guy, what's his face before Rocky? What was the guy that played?
What, Burgess Meredith?
No.
Oh, Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers, yeah.
Apollo Creed.
Before he busted out in Rocky, he was in this, and this is a comedy, they say. I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah, comedy gangster movie, right? Something he's on. I don't know, because you know what?
There's some funny parts.
I watched it many years ago, back in the cable days, so I didn't feel the need to watch it again.
No, my phone's not even good. I don't know what my trivia. I can't remember what my trivia was.
This movie has a couple people in it though that I will know. If you're Ed Wood fans, Ben Frommer's in it tonight. Ben Frommer, who is an Ed Wood crony, who's in most of Ed Wood's movies. Ben Frommer's in this movie tonight. And also the last final role of Robert Shane, who played Inspector Bill Henderson from The Adventures of Superman and from the 50s. His final role.
Okay, well, since I can't remember, I got to back up. Well, whatever, doesn't matter.
Back up!
I know H.B. Haggerty was in it. He's the guy who played Tiger Man in Buck Rogers.
Good trivia, Vern. You forgot your trivia. Now Vern comes in and saves your bacon with an interesting tidbit.
Baloney.
What do you think about that, Bill Loney? Send us some more.
Oh,
hey, send us some more letters that I didn't write.
I'm going to tease the face off, but this is a gangster film.
It is.
Yeah, see?
Oh, now
yeah, see?
Yeah, gutter snipe.
Yeah, gutter snipe.
Yeah,
you wise guy.
That reminds me, later I got to ask you a question.
Who's the better gangster in the gangster movies? De Niro, Kadoosh, or Pacino, Kadoosh? There you go.
Or, okay.
Or,
I'm not going to
You want to go three-way?
Well, you know who I'm going to say.
Pesci?
Yeah, Pesci.
Phrasing.
Get the hell.
Oh, come on, you talk. That's it.
Get
Get out of here. Because he'll kill you. He's little, but he'll kill you.
Yeah, get the hell.
He's dangerous.
Who's plays better gangsters? That's all. It's whatever.
Whatever.
Hey.
Whatever.
Then you want to read your letter?
What? I think you read them all. I got a voicemail.
Oh,
You got voicemail?
No, next segment, voicemail? All right.
Do we have any more time in this segment? I want to ask a question.
Go ask it quick.
Go ask it quick.
In these old movies, like from the 30s, 40s, remember we talked about gutter snipes and stuff like that? But did people really talk like that? Because every movie you see, in these old movies, they're all talking real fast, yeah, you know, and the little kids are talking like that too, and they got like a weird accent. I'm thinking, is that really how it was? Are those people just bad actors? Because
it's gotta be.
Everybody was like a smart ass back then. Like, hey kid, what are you doing? Ah, man, get out of here.
Hey, you wise guy, I oughta, huh?
Yeah, it's like I don't know if I can live in a world like that. You know, everybody you talk
Because they
to.
couldn't cuss, because back then those gangsters are all, every other word was the F word or something like that.
It was? Well, you were
Not
alive back then.
Back then, well, you got to snap out of
you know,
some cement shoes and throw you outside.
It's a New York accent.
Hey.
Yeah, but every movie you see, like when they, especially the kids always have that weird. They don't sound like kids. They're like little men. You know?
Little men.
Yeah, they go play ball. Yeah, you go play ball.
See,
You go tell your mother. Yeah, so I just wondered.
They were more advanced back then.
That's advanced.
They were more grown up. Younger
That was
generation,
rougher times. You're right.
They were grown up. You were kind of forced to grow up quicker.
Yeah.
It was a different way of being raised. A lot tougher in the household.
Yep.
And you know, you grew up kind of quick. You had more. It just come on.
I don't know if I could live in a time like
now.
this.
Now.
We already played this one.
That's still growing up now.
Yeah.
Oh, and burn.
Really fun show. No PC.
That makes you the bottom man on the ladder, doesn't it?
I don't like you moving in. I don't like you.
I got the picture the first time we met. So why don't you do what you were told and just bring over the other deuces I'd like to meet? Thank you.
Hey, what are you waiting for?
Patience, darling. Patience. Why don't you go lie down?
Hey, why don't we just, you know what I mean?
Be a good boy now. Take off your robe. My mother would die.
From what?
Sorry, darling. An old school joke. I keep forgetting that you didn't go to Vassar.
Coulda.
Who is this Russ Timmons?
He's writing a book about me.
Well, it'll be very interesting when he starts to research this chapter of your life.
You want to die, skinhead? That goes for you, pimp! Huh. Okay, Wallace and Jury, in the bag. Stuff them. Come on, Curly. Come on. Who's him down, punk? In the bag, lady.
There's one less member of the scum race.
Come on, man, in there, right down. Come on, the jewelry.
All right, everyone. Put your heads and your hands on the tables. Okay, shit heel on the floor. Come on, bastard. Get that head on the floor. Good seeing you. I'm leaving Monk here with the shotgun, so don't move or turn around. Incidentally, Monk happens to be a maniac. After we're gone, he might kill you anyway.
Mickey, break out the arse. We're gonna hit him.
You heard what I said. Break it out. We ain't moving till Vic comes.
I'll see us in my office in, 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. All right. Yeah. Hey, Ben, tell Chip to, make up all the losses for the customers, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know what it costs. Okay. Yeah.
Trouble? Hmm?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Wow. You're gonna have trouble right here someday.
Hey, baby.
You know what, Cal? Mm-hmm.
We gotta get him and get him good. Take it easy. Take it easy, Meg. When Vic gets there, he'll take care of everything. He better.
Everybody here? Hey, where's Chip?
He's downstairs, cleaning up the mess.
Yeah. Okay. Now, we're gonna set up a peace conference. You get the picture?
It's a good idea.
You want to set some fires? Okay. Take Reds, Blade, and Babe. And, Ben.
Yeah.
Hey, get me Maine 9842. Yeah. Then call Father. Tell him we'd like to use the same place like before, huh? And then call Smitty and tell him we want him to stand by. Hey, Chico. Hey, you're getting better, baby.
Well, Vic, you taught me everything I know.
I couldn't have taught it to a nicer guy.
You get yourself lucky, huh? Yes, I know the place. It's public enough, yeah. When?
Not tonight. Oh, I don't worry about that. Smitty'll be there. You see, we play fair.
I'll see you in an hour. Tell Ma she's making a trip with us. Okay, Smitty. Like usual, huh?
Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Hamilton.
Everything okay, Smitty?
Fine so far, Vic. You boys clean?
Hey, not yet, Smitty. All right, fellas. It's your artillery on that rail.
What about you, Vic?
Help yourself, Smitty. Hey, there's supposed to be a peace conference, you know what I mean? All right. Just, keep the public relaxed and it won't take too long, you know what I mean?
Try not to make too much noise, Vic.
Hey, we're gonna shake hands?
We'll shake hands afterwards. That's if everything is in order.
Yeah. I like order too, Chico. You know, that's the way I want to run my business, you know what I mean?
I like the same thing.
Yeah. Hey, but you ain't been acting like that, Chico.
But we have our differences. That's why we're here.
Hey, I see you brung your mother again to be your banker, eh? Hello, missus. Well, I think we can settle everything right here, right now.
I notice there's a couple of deuces that are missing.
That's sure. Chip is, cleaning up the mess you left in the casino.
Where's the pyromaniac?
He's taking care of the body. Now, let's get down to business, huh? Come on. Hey.
There's a room for rent on Clark Street, a dim lit, low down dark street. You'll find quiet and you'll find peace, and you only have to sign an hour's lease on a room for two if you, babe, furnished just for you, babe. I promise you that it's no place like home on Clark Street, USA. You can ask the chef to send you our room service menu. You'll find life a pretty pass when $1 can't buy you a piece of class.
There's a piece in this for everybody. What's the but? But an equal piece, it's not.
Yeah, okay. Take it easy. Now, look, we'll slice it another way, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm listening. But I hear nothing. No changes, no nothing.
Hey, look, I'll consider changing when I get what I want.
Which is?
Which is you off my back at any cost, whatever, period.
Start slicing.
Okay. Hey, bring us, Father, hey, bring us a drink, huh? Now, look, I figure that you get the restaurant business now. You get the picture.
Where we guarantee your kicks, babe. We do parlor tricks, babe. If you're uptight, we can make it all right on Clark Street, USA is for the mark, so we get on Clark Street, USA.
Yeah, well, we still haven't discussed the South Side. Too lucrative just for one man.
Hey, Chico, come on now. Look, I control that a long time, you know what I mean?
Well, if it's not split up, there's no deal.
Go ahead.
Through the front door or the back, then stick around for a midnight snack on Clark Street, USA. Now it's only $2, 3 for twice, and for this week every dwarf half price on Clark Street. Come on, buddy, lay off. I'm just trying to earn a living.
With you.
Come on.
What is a fine hunk of woman like you doing in a place? Hey, come on, baby.
Come on.
Why don't you make... No!
Oh, hi, girl. Time to take a powder? Thanks, Chico, buddy.
I like it. But I got one question. What's your angle? You've always had one. What the hell is the angle?
I told you.
Yeah, so you said.
You put up $100 grand to reimburse me for the damage you did in the club. We call it a deal.
If Chico likes it, you'll get the cash in an hour.
Well, I like it. Toast. Disciples, no man can serve two masters. You know what he means, Smitty, huh?
Captain? Russ Timmons.
Oh, yeah, I heard you were working for Vic.
Well, you might say that.
I know. Well, what can I do for you?
I'm really curious why, you let Morano and Hamilton go on shooting up this town.
Shoot up the town? No. Shooting up each other. That's okay as long as they keep the riffraff under control. Your own paper recently said that this town is one of the lowest crime rates in the country. People like it that way. They like safe streets. Practically no burglary, prostitution's under control. I personally take care of all the gambling payoffs. Very few murders, not much blood running. Don't worry. This is a nice, clean town.
Playing games! Children playing games. Yeah, take care of that. I take your toys, he takes mine.
You're right, Bob.
Shut up!
Shut up! His heart should be hanging from the entrance. His heart should be pinned to that wall. Right over there! Get an idea. Look. Take an ad out in the Friday paper. The Hi-Hat Club proudly presents Songbird Laurie Rogers.
It's all fixed. He's lying. But you don't know that. He figures her leaving will break you.
He's got a lot of heart.
He's lying.
Well, she's gonna believe that crap.
Hey, don't worry about it, Benny, huh? I'll take care of Laurie. Friday, huh?
Right? He's bought a gown, got a new combo, fixed up the dressing room.
Yeah. I get the picture. You never can tell. I almost. Best songbird in town. Yeah, that's what I was just saying to a producer of New York.
Oh, Broadway?
Didn't say. Hey, I know you're gonna make it big time when I get ready to kick you out of town. Upstairs, the big time.
Vic,
Yeah. No. You take these rumors that I have heard, huh?
Oh, I was only teasing, Vic, I swear it.
Nobody walks on Canary. I had great hopes for you once. You like Chico Hamilton, huh?
Vic, no one's been as good to me as you've been. I only wanted to try it on my own for a while, that's all.
In this town is mine, honey. Couldn't you?
Hurdy-gurdy, stop your playing. Time to pack up for another town. Stack the tinsel, pack the laughter, painted laughter from jaded, faded clowns. Like a carousel, I keep moving, seeing all the same old things. Spinning round and round, going nowhere, knowing what tomorrow brings.
What gives you the right to judge me?
You get a kick out of slumming, is that it?
You write wonderful stories, Mr. Timmons. Hello, darling.
Hi. You look like I'm gonna write bad news tonight.
That news? Nah. There's some business I gotta attend to.
Oh, Vic, we were supposed to have dinner together.
Yeah, I know, but something came up that needs my attention. Hey, Timmons, how about taking Wendy out in the town and showing her a good time, huh? Here, make it a big time. Make the society page, right?
Seems like we've run into a little problem. Bobby's accidentally locked himself inside. Don't worry, though. I think I can get him out with our trusty tool. Don't worry, Bob. It's a Mo Curly look.
Why I gotta. Oh. Vernon Terry G. Had to sing over it. It's a really fun show. NPC. No political crap show.
It's a
Midnight movie. Midnight movie. It's the midnight movie. The Lowlies.
Lowlies.
The Lowlies. If you get a chance, see them in concert. They're awesome. Original stuff, all original stuff. No cover crap. They're good. They're good.
Voicemails?
Let's hear a voicemail.
Let's hear a voicemail.
Wait.
Before I do a
Rocco,
voicemail, it's
can
a
we hear a
gangster
voicemail.
It's a gangster movie. I gotta do a shout out. I promised a shout out. So Graziana! Shout out. Or as Vern would say,
Graziana!
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 There's your shout out, Graziana. Hey, huh? Hey. All right. There's a shout out to you.
That doesn't sound
Graziana.
authentic.
What?
That doesn't sound authentic. Yeah.
Graziana.
No, the last part. Yeah.
What? What do you mean?
The stuff you were doing after. I got you.
Was I? Well, whatever. That's just a little ad lib.
Yeah, that sounds like you're like about to.
At least Vern took his cue this time and got it right.
See,
I didn't get it.
Jeez, he finally got it right. I should like give him a.
Oh,
here you go,
didn't get
Vern.
yelled at. Nobody was even talking to you.
I didn't yell at you. I didn't yell at you. I said I actually gave him a cue and he actually got it right.
You weren't being spoken to. It's the hair. It's making me this crazy.
Some Mo Curly.
I'm having a bad hair day today.
All right.
You. All right.
Hey, yo, no, hey, yo.
Listens up to what the boss says here, you
Okay,
guys.
All right, here we go. Here's some voicemails.
Here's some voicemails.
Hey guys.
Sorry, that wasn't the right one. Here we go.
Saturday, 8:08 p.m. Hey, Jonathan Benner here. A couple things. Haven't seen that skit with Rich looking for the midnight movie where his wife wakes him up. Total classic. I love that thing. Haven't seen it in a long time. I don't know. I've just been missing it, or you haven't shown in a while. And sure, with the Wasp t-shirt, classic. All right, that's all I got. Later, guys.
Thanks for noticing the Wasp. Classic, man.
Sunday, 2:04 a.m.
Hey, this is Youngstown Nancy, and I have a little song just for Rich. It goes like this. Rich, wonderful Rich, how could you think I don't love you? You know I love all you guys. I'm back, feeling better, and the 25th anniversary stuff you put on was just great. And so that's it till next time. I would have sung more, but I didn't want to make any famous stars jealous. But I love you guys. You take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.
No, thank you.
So how much did you pay her to sing a song?
But
all of a sudden, everyone loves Rich.
Well, as it should be, because I am very lovable, especially with my new hair. Now, Rocco, I request that you take the first part of that, and that should be a bumper. We love Rich, Nancy loves Rich. That would make a great bumper for one of our segments.
Well, it was very nice to hear from you again,
Yeah, I'm
Youngstown
glad you're
Nancy.
feeling better. Hey,
glad you're feeling better.
Do me a favor, Rocco. Take the camera off me.
You should have known better.
Yeah, darn it.
Just so no, we were just talking something else. He had to do something up like this.
Oh,
He
God.
didn't want to be seen.
God,
I know.
can't get one in.
I got it all
I know,
the time.
all of a sudden, though, I just leaned over here and maybe,
That's what it is. It's my little particles that go up our nose.
Was that black?
Our noses.
Was that Black Werewolf from last week?
It might have been the mask, man.
Okay, is it Face Off?
I don't know what that is.
You know what time it is? All right. Tonight's gangster movie. I didn't do no preparation. So who plays the better gangster in the gangster movies? Is it Robert De Niro, Gadoosh, or is it Al Pacino, Gadoosh? Obviously, you have Casino and Goodfellas. You got Scarface. You got Carlito's Way. You got Godfather. Both of them played Godfather 1, Godfather 2. Okay, who's the better gangster?
De Niro.
De Niro.
Pesci. No,
Oh, I forgot about him.
Glad you said that.
I forgot about him.
I was debating.
De Niro. De Niro.
Oh, you just do that to pop his blood vessel, didn't you? I just like it. And now he's got to think about it. Like, it's his thing.
It's like,
he's got to think
he's
about
wishing, like, man, I should have included him.
No.
He's thinking about how much time he can chew up on the camera.
No, I really do like Pacino.
Okay, wow.
I'll go
Pacino.
slimly. I'll go
Pacino.
De Niro.
Okay.
Whose gangster movies you like better? De Niro's or Pacino? Pacino got Carlito's Way. Good flick, man.
The only good
Scarface.
gangster movie was Scarface. Is the only one.
Carlito's Way is a good movie.
Pacino can go the way of
Which one, Trev, did you say?
the Denzel
Carlito's
Washington.
Way.
How you like that?
Have you seen it? Good movie.
It's a 1 dog day afternoon. I got one.
So Pacino has Scarface. He's got Carlito's Way. He's got he's got The Godfather.
We're surrounded. Get out of here. I'm stuck in the
But I mean, De Niro, who's got Goodfellas, he's got Godfather. Casino really wasn't a gangster. You know what I mean? Pesci's the one that kicked everyone's ass in Casino.
Yeah, that's right, Pesci, because he kicks butt. Pesci's tough. Pesci's tough.
Neither of them were made man in that movie, so.
The Irishman.
I didn't see that one yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
The Irishman.
I just put that on my list.
Too long.
What, that old one that had all of them that computer generated to make them look younger? That one?
Yeah.
Or the one that
that's
was
fine.
from Mayfield Heights? What are we talking about? Kill the Irishman or the Irishman?
Oh, about Danny Green?
Which one are we talking about?
We're talking about the Irishman.
3.5 hours of computer generated to make them look stupid.
I don't care if it's computer. Listen, here's how Joe Pesci, okay? Here's how Joe Pesci.
I'm going to stab you in the neck with a pencil?
Here's how Joe Pesci's at home, okay? I'm Joe Pesci. I'm sitting at home, okay? And then they call him. Hey, Joe, we're doing a gangster movie. Can you do it? Let me think about it. Oh, slit your throats! Slit your throats! He slaps the wig on because he's bald. Hey, you know, it's like all of them. And he slaps the wig on. And he's, oh, slit with the butter. Dance, spider! Dance, spider!
They're all good. Rocco, who would you pick?
I'd have to go to De Niro because of Goodfellas. That was his best.
Yeah,
Goodfellas was good.
Yeah, Goodfellas was good. Casino. I'll tell you what, though.
Melting.
I'll tell you what, though. Probably my favorite of all the gangsters and tough guy movies is Once Upon a Time in America, the 4-hour version. Anybody seen it?
No, I have not seen that one.
I highly recommend it. Make sure you watch the actual movie. Don't not the cut down one. It's got De Niro in it. Treat Williams is in it. Bunch of familiar faces from all the tough guy movies. It's got James Woods, my all-time favorite actors, in it. It's a good movie, but it's long. You have to watch it.
I'm retired.
You got time.
Teddy, there's nudity in the movie.
It's a good.
Oh my gosh,
listen, it's a good movie. Have you seen
They
it?
don't blur it?
No.
We can't show it.
Really?
Too long. Well, maybe I saw some of it. I can't remember everything I've seen.
All right, I highly recommend it.
I got some of your recommendations at home sitting on my.
Yeah, no kidding. It's so recommended.
I'm trying
that you
to
haven't
get.
watched them yet.
I'm trying to get to
4
them.
years ago.
Trying to get to them. I watched The Thing. So
Yeah,
give me
you liked
credit.
it.
I did.
All right.
You got to be in the mood to watch these. You know what I watched today? I watched Saturn 3.
You know what? What made you dig that one out?
Well, because of today's live show with me and Denny, we were talking about moon conspiracies
Okay.
and stuff. And that popped
Saturn
up.
3?
Saturn 3.
All I know is Farrah Fawcett's boobs. Briefly.
All I know is Farrah Fawcett should not have been an actress.
They didn't like her because of her acting ability. She was beautiful.
Big deal. She sucked.
She was beautiful. And she was married to the Bionic Man for a while.
She got divorced during Saturn 3.
It's a midnight movie. It's a midnight movie.
Pick her up along with anyone who's with her. And take her where she wants to go. That's all.
Got you. Then the address and bring it back to you.
You got it. Then I can go calling.
All right. This what you want, boss? Yeah, come on, screw.
Thank you, Chico. You're lovely.
No, you didn't have to do that,
I know.
but it was nice. Yes, I know. I know, Pet. But don't worry.
Don't worry at all. I'll take care of you. There's nothing to worry about. Trust me.
I do trust you, Chico, only when he's hurt, he becomes a madman. He becomes an animal.
No one knows where you're living now. So don't worry. Look, I'll have a couple of guys take you home tonight when you're ready.
Okay. Only I don't know why you're doing all this for me.
I guess I like you. I always have. I'll see you, Ben. Okay, let's go. Stay far enough behind.
Has anybody ever told you just how arrogant you are, Mr. Timmons?
Not only to test you again, I'm trying to be nice.
You're doing a job.
What do you expect? You're Vic's woman and I... Aren't you?
That's none of your business. You know, I could say the same thing about you. Aren't you one of Vic's boys?
Skip it.
No, I won't. Ever since I first met you, I've seen a look in your eye that says, naughty, naughty little girl. Well, if you would bother to look beyond that stuffed shirt of yours, I think that you would find it's not quite as sordid as you think.
Let's make a pact.
On your terms, no doubt.
I bought you dinner. Can I get you to shut up?
Da-dum-dum, da-da-da-dum. Da-dum-dum, da-da-dum. Da-dum-dum, da-da-dum. Da-dum-dum, da-da-dum. Da-dum,
That's life, and life's a great big ball. We were always together, summer, winter, and fall. That's life, and life's a great big ball.
Baby, we can weather storms that may come along. 'Cause when we're together, life is just like a song. Now we'll sing it together, loving, living, and all. That's life, and life's a great big. We were always together, summer, winter, and fall. That's life, and life's a great big ball. Baby, we can weather storms that may come along. 'Cause when we're together, life is just like a song.
Now we'll sing it together, living, loving, and all. That's life, and life's a great big ball.
He wasn't so different after all. Remember, you gotta know. You gotta know where
you come from? Where you going? It's too easy to slip. Know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta remember. You gotta remember. Gotta have something special. It's a kind of gift. Inside. But it don't mean nothing, except to others. If they got it, I can tell. It shows. The box. Gotta live in that a long, long time. No spot, no light, no nothing. That's what we got to look forward to. But it's how we get there, though. It's what we do before. It's gotta be different. You gotta care, you know what I mean? I never asked no favors. All what I got, I sweated for. But nobody's gonna take it away from me. I owe you one.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I make up my own mind. I ain't likely to forget about that. Unless I have to.
Maybe it's because I like the way you were talking back there. Or maybe it's, you and me will take it.
That part of it I like, you know. Let's call it a contract between the two of us, huh?
Come on, I'm late. What the hell are you waiting for?
Take it. Take it! 50 grand. Count it. There'll be another envelope, same amount, tomorrow night.
Tempting.
You can't think about it. Do it.
You know, I was just thinking that if Vic had a bundle of cash, he just might leave town.
The only way he's gonna leave town is in a box. Get up. Join the party. Have a drink, Smoke. There's more to come. Tomorrow, I want you to celebrate Vic's birthday party with a bang. After the celebration, you And the little lady here can retire. South side, lock, stock, barrel. All yours.
You're a dead man, Punk.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Maybe we better up the ante. And then maybe you'll come around and sign with Daddy. Drink up, Smoke. There's more to come. As I was saying,
Look, you don't have to hurt Flame here. It's Vic and me who you're after.
correction. Vic is who I'm after.
Can't do it. Not on his birthday, I can't. It'd be inhuman. He's been good to me. Why, back in the old days,
Oh, Mother.
I'll get out. Flame and me will, we'll skip town.
I want to do what's best. But I just can't,
All right!
You were saying.
Just want to do, what's best.
You are doing the right thing for you and for Flame.
Yeah.
Come on, we have a lot of things to talk about. Oh, don't worry. I like you and Flame.
Now, here's a good friend for you. One of my biggest friends, huh?
To friends.
Friendship.
My friend DM.
Yeah.
Let's open it up. The guy who works for that, Hey, look at that.
That's beautiful.
That's really beautiful. That's beautiful. Wait, what the hell is it? No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. It's a watch. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? That really is beautiful. Hey, that makes a loud tick. Hey, who'd you rob? It's gold.
I've been getting a lot of bonus lately.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm going to be his agent. That's what. Let's see what else we got in here. This is Happy Birthday, Vic, from your faithful servant. Cigars. Well, he's been with me a long time. Cigars. Hey, look what he gave me. Licorice. The guy knows exactly what I like. Look at this. Hey, licorice. Hey, that's beautiful. Hey, and here's a gift from, Hey, this better be good, Ben, or I'm gonna disinherit you, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There's a big present here from another great friend of mine, right, Smokey, huh?
Right, Vic. And from me to you, let's drink to it, huh?
Yeah, sure. And let's all drink to Smokey, right? To Smokey.
Hey,
Hey, Smokey, the bathroom's occupied, Smokey. Your lady's in there. Matter of fact, you know, she's been in there a long time.
I better go see what's wrong, huh? I mean, something may happen. You know, she gets sick every now and then, huh?
Sure. Well, we'll wait until the two of you get back before I open the present, huh?
Oh, that's okay, but go ahead. Have fun, huh?
Well, don't worry, Smokey. I'll have fun.
What'd you leave so soon for? You made him suspicious.
Is he opening it yet?
Oh. This is all your fault.
Then get out and get blown up. What'd you do it for anyway? You could have told him.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hi, kid. Everything okay?
We're gonna get it, aren't we?
Yeah.
No, we should get rid of that one.
Oh.
Save it. Because tonight's movie is... Oh, it's not horrible, but it's got Bela Lugosi and it's got Rodney Dangerfield.
And it looks like Dave's going to make a movie here soon. We're not quite sure, but he seems frustrated what's going on with the hosting game tonight.
Bela Lugosi's like a professor.
Wow.
Purcell, you're up!
Wow. You're getting called up, Mike.
I gotta warm up. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The guy walks into a bar.
Who's at the door?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm going.
What about the guy in the bar?
And then I guess he comes in and he says, and he stepped on the ball. Remember that? So I thought...
And Dave's frustrated. He has to go to the bench, and he's going with the young, talented Mike Purcell, who's coming in place of Denny, who just had a bad hosting night. Here comes Mike. He's fresh off the bench, and he's going in. This is going to be great.
It's working. Ready? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Movie. I'm Mike. This is Eric. Rich.
Stepped on the ball.
Ha! I know, that's the best line.
I like it.
Knock, knock, who's there?
Who is there?
Guy walks into a bar.
All right.
We're up.
God, what segment is this?
Yeah,
this
where
is
we
the
at?
That was a long break.
That was a long break. We were doing a lot of
Just so everybody knows at home, we took a long break because I got a leg cramp. And I was all over the studio crying.
He was working out his cramps.
We have nobody here to work. We have no medical.
Off, so what is this, trivia segment? Right?
Yeah, trivia.
Since I forgot my trivia.
Yes, trivia.
I had to pull one out of my
remember?
butt.
Use mine.
No,
Oh.
I pull one out of my butt.
You don't know what I have. You don't know what I have.
I got the new trivia.
This
Do that again.
Jack?
Make sure you wash your hands after you do
Pellets. Which, according to page 1 of Google, that is the way he pronounces his name, was Jack Palance, not Palance.
Wow. Earth-breaking.
A lot of people call him Jack Palance, like we all just did tonight.
I call him Jack Palance. Is that right?
Jack Palance.
Pallets
I
like
don't want to have to
pallets.
add it to the list.
Pallets.
Palance.
Just saying.
Mule,
Okay,
schedule.
we all know he was known as
ampule,
Curly,
nodule.
and actually won it.
molecule,
He won an what? He
ridicule,
won an Oscar. He won an award.
Soul.
He won an award for playing Curly in City Slickers.
Yeah. So?
Okay, you know he wasn't the first choice.
No.
Of course he wasn't.
He wasn't the first choice?
No, he's nobody's first choice.
Nope.
I wonder who's on that
What
list.
other
Who was
tough
he?
guy actor was first choice to play Curly?
How tough was this other guy?
Was it Clint Eastwood?
Pretty darn tough.
Pretty tough, okay.
Clint Eastwood?
Rory Calhoun.
I got to guess.
Yeah, I got to guess.
I will give you a hint.
Danny Trejo.
I'll give you a hint. There is a slight clue in this room.
Oh, that narrows it down.
No, that might narrow it.
Oh, are you the clue?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh.
I was not.
Is it your favorite person?
You don't answer now.
Oh, we're debating. Well,
I didn't say he had the answer.
No.
Were you looking at me or looking at him?
I was looking at him.
Oh.
What do you think? Looking through his ears? Looking through you?
I don't know. I couldn't see. I don't have my glasses on.
Denny, he'd say he's looking right through your ears and can see him.
Not unusual.
Oh.
Is that good trivia, though? Pulling it out of my butt?
It's not that good. It's not as good as this toupee that Julie got me for Christmas.
I think sometimes, if it's what I'm thinking, sometimes it's on camera.
I could probably do that roll now with this wig.
But come on, Stellar Chair, come on. I want you to listen. And I want you to listen carefully. Everything depends on it. I sunk every penny I have in this shipment. There's a fortune in this booze. It came in last week. Being stored at the old Bank Street warehouse. Move it out of there tomorrow night. With the money we get from this shipment, we're gonna hire new guns, new personnel. We're gonna hit his bookie joints, his cat houses, his speaks, his numbers records. I want his honor! I want him to remember Tiger and Baby Boy. I want him to remember Laurie. I want to squash him like a bug.
Fat boy, you better be right about this.
Like I said, Vic. Got it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. Take him in and show him where it is.
Sure, Vic.
You're gone.
Have you been in here before? Sure. We used it last January, before the feds made that raid.
Look at this finger. You understand anything he said?
Not a single word.
First, I didn't know where to go. Now I know why I came here.
Shh,
No, it's everything. It's the line. I gotta slow down and put the pieces together.
let me help.
Thanks for last night. That's two I owe you. You could have let me die. You know what I mean?
There were enough people killed for one night.
It's time that we found some way to control this town without all this bloodshed.
Did you say we?
Well, how'd you like to take over part of my operation? You know, if I'm going to change my style, I'm going to need a guy with a brain like yours.
Vic, there's really something else I have to talk to you about.
There ain't nothing else that's important to talk about except to answer the question that I ask you. You want a piece of my action, yes or no?
No.
Ron, may I get you something?
Is my brother out there?
No, he's not.
Get out then.
But, I do have a message for you.
From who? Well, come on, honey, read the damn thing.
A certain young lady is at my place. Come quick before she disappears, like a songbird. Can that be right? A songbird? Mr. Morano? Can I get you something? Can that be right? Mr. Morano? Shall I call the doctor? Mr. Morano? Shall I call the doctor?
Get out of here!
Speak to me like a dog.
Come on, get out!
Speak to me like a dog.
Get out.
Chico? Nick? You here?
Sure. I thought you'd show up.
Yeah, well, I was going to anyway, you know. After last night, I was thinking we better get together before we both get killed off, and then, nobody gets nothing.
You were thinking all day, huh? Hey, that was a good-looking nurse you had. You know, I like this Wendy dame a lot better.
Well, you know, you like Wendy. You can have her. Hey, we got bigger problems.
That doesn't sound like the big I know.
Look. Still carrying a couple of slugs around in my body. I want to make a deal.
Well, listen. Talk.
We let up. No, we divide the territories.
No. We run it together. All of it.
Doesn't matter. Hey, it's the same thing.
Oh, it's not the same. No, we split the profits. And we run it together. That way you don't have a territory, I don't have a territory.
Yeah. I get the picture. Sure. Jesus, Chico, you know, you really got something there. Chico, you know I don't carry nothing.
I don't know if I should shake or not. You got something up your sleeve. Chico.
It's just, there's no other way to go. It's getting too costly.
Costly? Yeah. I think we have a deal. I think we have a deal. I don't trust you. But I guess we could grow to love each other. That's after I look at the books and learn your operation. First thing we have to do, we gotta take care of that brother of yours. He's gonna give us the shaft.
How do you know?
I've been talking to Dolly. Dolly set it up.
Agreed.
Sorry, you're out of luck. Full house.
Going home. I'll see you later.
Come on. Let's go find my punk brother. Come on. Come on. want. Take it all here. And keep going, baby, right to the coast. And don't look back, because if you do, I'll kill you. I'll kill you, Chippy. I'll kill you. Just shut up, Chippy. You don't exist. It's just you and me, Mickey. I gotta talk to you. Yeah. Go ahead. You ain't gonna like it. Timmons, got a thing going for, Wendy. Yeah? I followed her. Bring him to me. Where's Mickey? He's dead, Dick. Come here to get me, too?
No.
I have to explain. We love each other.
Vic, it wasn't his fault. You wanted us to be together. You asked him to be with me. It just happened. Vic, I love him.
You owe me two! Now there. Take him with you.
Vic, what it's worth, I won't forget you. And I don't regret a minute of it. Not a minute.
Let's go. When I finish your book, I'll send you a copy. If you're still around.
Two-seater.
Syndicates.
Well,
This is.
what everybody's doing.
This is. Are we filming or not? I don't know what happened now.
You gained about 8 pounds during
What?
the holidays.
Hi, this is Rick.
Hey, guess what? We've strung out the movie this long.
Femi J's from Z11.
And that's the end of it. The 4 deuces have been dealt.
What, are we back up?
Yeah, we're back up. What do you think
I
I
didn't
just...
see, we
you know
can't see
what-
Rocco.
He's this big giant.
Denny.
Because Rocco
Big-
stinks, remember?
Rocco stinks. Rocco stinks, says Joe Baloney.
There's a lot of stuff blocking Rocco from our site. That we're blinded by the light.
You know when we're up, because when we're not up, for people at home, when we're not up, I'm like this. As soon as he says go, I'm like, hey, ladies.
See, once you get these, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Man, these are addictive.
They should bring these back.
It's over here.
It's over here.
Hey.
All right.
What?
The movie over?
That's it, man. The deuces have been dealt.
Deuces have been dealt.
That's all the jokers.
Call the hotline, 440-944-7105 if you want this in the box, or should we show it again?
Maybe.
10 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, exactly. It's a decade from now.
Yeah, the print will be even worse.
I know,
10
it'd be
years
like
from now.
vinegar syndrome all over
If
it.
the print's really bad, I don't want to show it. Bad prints
The
irritate.
print, last time I saw it, a decade ago, was as orange as this couch.
Unless it's a historical treasure. If it's a bad print, don't show it.
Does the
irritates-
4
it
deuces
irritates.
sound like a
Because
historical
if someone's going
treasure?
to turn a channel and watch a bad print, they're not going to sit there.
They may.
They won't.
It depends if the connecting segments are hilarious, which luckily for them, they are.
But if you're channel surfing and come across a bad looking film, they're not going to stick around to get the segment.
Unless you think it's possibly missing Bigfoot something.
You're
then you
really
look for it.
stretching.
Yeah, I am stretching it. Francis Bushman.
Who's Francis Bushman?
Exactly. 93 years old. And he was shooting his last film in the 80s. Born in 1883.
Okay.
Francis Bushman.
Who is
he? Was a tough guy. Talking about tough guys. And it's not
Is he in
like-
this movie?
No.
1883?
He wasn't in this movie.
He was not in this movie.
1883.
1883.
So what are you bringing him up for?
No, he was like close to 100 in the 80s.
What's the correlation?
I don't know. It's Francis Bushman. Tough guys. He's one of the toughest.
Okay, well, there's a correlation then, tough guy. Okay.
I said that. You weren't listening.
I didn't hear you, so I said, what's the correlation?
Yeah,
And you
Francis
said, no.
Bushman. Look up Francis Bushman. He had an interesting career. He was one of the toughest of all tough guys.
Okay.
He was the toughest. And he was still acting at like 100 years old.
What's his most famous movie he was in as a tough guy?
He was only back in the silent stuff.
Oh.
So he was famous in the silence. He was famous.
Okay.
Like
Is he a Kid Monk Maroney?
Oh,
Did
he should have
fight
been. He
Leonard
would have
Nimoy?
beat the hell out of Nimoy.
Was he in any Buster Keaton movies?
He probably busted Keaton, yeah. I bet he did. He was in all that stuff. People would like. He had 3 pet jaguars. Jaguars.
Jet Jaguar? A pet
Jaguar.
Jaguar. That's a jet Jaguar. I was excited for
Jaguars
that.
or cheetahs or something that he would walk around with. That's how cool he was back in the day. Francis Bushman.
You gonna go see Godzilla -1 in black and white? They're gonna do a black and white
I might.
version.
I really enjoyed that a lot.
Oh, you did go see it?
I
Can you
loved
believe it?
I was
Yeah.
harping
You
on
liked
it.
it?
I loved
Wow.
it. I loved it. Excellent film.
They did a
excellent
great
movie.
job with it.
And now
A guy who hates Godzilla movies and hates
I
big
do,
monster movies.
But they saved it for me. This was the way Godzilla should be. And now I'm peaked to see the new one. I know you say it's going to suck, American Godzilla.
It's gonna suck.
I was all into it till I seen that stupid baby Godzilla
Baby-
in the trailer.
Baby,
Why?
no, Baby Kong.
Baby Kong. Why?
Because they.
Why?
Don't get me started. They
Stupid.
ruined it for me again.
Yeah.
King of
That's-
Monsters was a good one.
Yeah. Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe you should watch it.
Well,
You might like it. King of Monsters was good. Skull Island was good. Now it's got to be all let's go. It's just
Don't
childish.
put
It's
this next to be
cartoonish.
Frankenstein.
It's
and all that
cartoonish. It's
stuff,
cartoonish. I don't like it, man. I don't
I'm
like it.
sticking with the new -1. I hope they do a
That's,
sequel.
like,
to that.
that's pissed off angry Godzilla with a good
awesome.
storyline underneath.
Yep. Made sense.
And you know what?
Yeah.
This is why
Yeah.
it was good.
I can see that.
They didn't try to be too smart for the room. We don't need no stupid twists. We don't need to be let's get like corny and cartoonish. No, it was a very simple storyline.
Yep.
No twists and turns and all. No, simple story, cool action, pissed off monster. That's all you need. End
was
of
good.
story. This stupid cartoonish crap just drives me crazy.
It was
I'm looking
good.
forward to the new Kong versus Godzilla. I saw the trailer. I saw Godzilla running. I saw Baby Kong. Oh, let's all laughing. Oh, it's all for the kids. You know what?
Yeah. The Godzilla looked pretty good in it. That's why I see till I saw that.
It's
and
gonna,
I was like,
it's gonna suck. It's gonna
back
suck.
down the toilets.
Even
I'm
the first
sticking
Kong
with-
versus Godzilla, half of it was cool. Other half is garbage.
Well, who made the -1? I'm sticking with
the
those
fight
guys.
on the water, on the ship in the water
Who
was
made 'em,
cool.
Rocco?
Other than that, stunk.
Rocco!
Anyway, who wants the answer?
Rocco!
Who wants the answer?
Who made the -1?
We're rambling.
What company?
Toho.
Toko. I'm sticking with those guys.
Toho, not Toko.
I didn't say
Toho.
nothing. He said, I know they own it, but I'm sticking with those guys. They're doing it right now.
Well, of course, that's where he originated.
Yeah,
from.
but he sucked.
They know how
he
to
used
do
to
it.
suck though back when he originated. I didn't like him. Now I like him. I'm sticking with those guys. I'm putting my money in
They
those.
saw how America, Hollywood, they saw what they were doing to the Godzilla, and they're like, oh, we must have fixed this. Is he gonna have to leave that out? Fix this.
What about Shin Godzilla?
Shin Godzilla was actually
We're gonna
pretty
have to fix this.
Do they have
Oh, you big boy.
Shin
They're
Godzilla.
getting
I don't want
mad.
to see Shin. Do you want to see Shin
Did they
Godzilla?
change
I
the
want to
name
see the
to
whole
that?
thing.
I was looking for Shin Godzilla. Is it a different name now?
She
No.
Godzilla.
Shin.
I can't find that anyway. You sure it's not known as a different name now?
Mike, you don't want to see that
No,
one.
it's always been
You want to
Shin
see Shin
Godzilla.
Godzilla. You want to see the whole thing, not just the Shin. Come on, stupid.
I can't
Hold
believe I
on,
laughed at
hold
that.
on, hold on. What did I?
A whole movie of the Shin. What are they gonna do? Run up?
Oh,
What
I
are they gonna do?
forgot all
Are they gonna
day.
Are they gonna
Crap.
create a giant boot and run up and kick him in it? Kick him in the Shin Godzilla?
I forgot.
Yeah, you forgot to charge it.
Oh,
Probably.
crap. Oh.
Bluetooth device is ready to
Oh. Ellie, we're sorry, Ellie, but I forgot I had it. Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, who wants the answer?
Bluetooth device.
I'll answer.
Who wants the answer to the trivia? Poor Ellie hates these things.
I know.
Anyway, who wants the answer?
Shout out to Rick Duda for providing them for us. Rick, haven't heard from you, buddy.
Jack Palance was not the first choice to play Curly in City Slickers. What very popular, famous tough guy actor was?
Burt Reynolds.
Is there a clue of Burt Reynolds in this room?
I'm sure if I look around hard enough.
Vern, do you have a guess?
Well, I was gonna say Clint Eastwood, but you said there was a clue in this room.
There could be a Clint
So
Eastwood clue in this room. He's sitting right next to you.
What? Denny?
Yeah, that's your Clint Eastwood clue.
No, Clint Eastwood would never do a comedy.
Rocco, do you have a guess?
wait, Clint Eastwood did Paint Your Wagon, so I want to.
I see you pointing, so I'm going to him first.
Right there. He don't cry.
Charles Bronson.
Yes.
John Wayne.
Which one is it?
John Wayne was
John Wayne was dead then, so I have to go Charles Bronson.
Yes, it's Charles Bronson.
Right here.
There's your clues.
He looks over my
Charles
shoulder
Bronson
every
sitting
week.
right over Big Den T. Anyway. No, it's not. I love it. It's been like, what, a year? Yeah. You want to. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, it's the Midnight Movie. Alvin! Want to play a game? Okay. All right. You go ahead and laugh. If you had this in your hand right now, you'd be unstoppable. You know it.
No.
You know it.
I'm trying to cut down.
Anyway. Good night, Midnight Maniacs. Midnight Maniacs tune in every week.
Is this
Spectrum
called
Channel
filler?
180.
When the show runs
Look
out of
up
steam?
Monster Channel every Monday night at 10 p.m. back to back.
Say that so I can hear it. Monster Channel double features.
Monster
on Monday.
Channel. Okay.
Oh, we lost all power.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're having a shutdown.
Oh my God.
Being hacked.
Uh-oh.
Monster Channel every Monday.
Every
Go to
Monday.
monsterchannel.com. You can try to add them on Roku. You might be able to even add the channel on Roku. Monster Channel. Monsterchannel.com. Every Monday. Back-to-back episodes starting at 10 o'clock.
See everybody
Every week.
next week.
Cox
You're
Channel
taking everything with
45 every Saturday at midnight. And we got Spectrum all weekend long, starting at Friday at midnight.
Deuces, everybody.
Deuces.
Good night. Sleep tight. Midnight Maniacs.